everyone, welcome in Gotta Go Last, ironically first in. Congratulations on surviving the roulette, woohoo. Sorry for the 9-minute starting soon, this has been just a stressful time. There was a spider in my loot room last night that appeared, went underneath my bed, so I slept on the couch. I've been downstairs since then. I was watching Astro stream, then I was like, I gotta get ready for stream, so I brought up my laptop, then everything started lagging. It even says that it's red right now, heck. Everything was going wrong, and then there's a spider in my bathtub as well. Let me just make sure that there's nothing open that shouldn't be. No, there's nothing open, I don't know why it's red. I don't know if this is laggy or anything. Oh, it's green now, it should be good. Let's just say that it's now red again. Well, it's green, we'll see. It'll either be grey or horrible. That's really weird, it's doing like disco lights, it keeps going everywhere. Well, we're just gonna try and hopefully it'll be fine. But yeah, this has been a stressful setting up this stream. Then I also had to get hot water, which I almost forgot about, so then I had to go do that, so very long starting soon, but we are now officially here. And it's green again. So, we're gonna be finishing the Forgotten Turnabout, almost forgot the name. And I'm also gonna be very cautious because there was a spider under my bed. I'm pretty certain that it's gone, because it's been like, at least 12 hours, but I'm still cautious, so let's just get into it, you know? Let's just get into it without further ado. And then after this stream, I'm gonna go sit down on the couch. It's not particularly comfy, but it's definitely feels a lot safer.
This is the second time I've been in this cell. All of my evidence has been taken from me. The only thing I have left is Kei's Yatagarasu's badge.
Of course you do.
I'm worried about Kei. Is she alright?
The culprit is me. I remember looking down at the person in the red raincoat. Mr. Edgeworth, it was me. The culprit was me all along. I could have sworn that handcuff animation was used for this part. I really thought that it was for some reason. I have no idea why. Huh.
Yo, what up? You have a visitor. Please hurry out. A visitor? Who could it be? Someone by the name of Dick Gumshoe. Will you turn him down? No. It will be hard to face him, though.
Damn, that was fast.
Wait there. He's not going to stay and keep watch. He's not going to stay and keep watch? Pardon, nope.
Pardon me? Pardon me, yo, what up?
Judge Courtney!
Hush. Please, have a seat. Did you just claim to be Gumshoe? I don't think is that legal?
Why are you here? I was told the detective had come.
If I didn't instruct them to tell you that, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I don't think that's legal. I'm going to just leave back to my cell. I don't like you.
Hey, Gumshoe looks weird today. He sure does. Did you get a haircut or something?
I can't think of anything she'd need from me at this point. I should try to figure out what she wants.
Yo, what up?
Hey, I'm a Yatagarasu. I don't know why I have this, but I do.
If it's about Kei Faraday, I believe she's being interrogated as we speak.
You people, do you have any idea what you're doing? How dare you arrest an innocent person?
That's not a very nice thing to say. I would ask that you correct your statement. She is merely someone you want to believe is innocent. Am I wrong?
There's no decisive evidence to prove that she's the culprit.
There is no evidence to prove her innocence, either. Yeah, okay, fuck you. I hate when they do that. Enough of this. It's pointless. The girl will be judged. There is nothing you can do to stop that. That's all there is to say about that. Now, let's get to the real issue at hand.
I just wanted to show you my Yatagarasu.
Your visitation rights have been restricted to begin with.
It's as if I'm some monstrous criminal. I suppose my credibility's hit rock bottom.
But of course, your friends have fared a little better, though. That lawyer and that girl were both quite worked up.
Mr. Shields and Emma.
When I last saw them, they were giving one of the guards quite an earful.
What? You don't mean...
Be grateful. The goddess of law has been quite busy. They were spared punishment.
It certainly seems like you have plenty of time for small talk.
Oh yes, Prosecutor von Karma is presently continuing the investigation. You were worried about them, right?
I guess she saw right through me. Let's cut to the chase. Exactly what are you planning?
I thought Phoenix and Maya... That lawyer and that girl were here.
Ah, she must be talking about Mr. Shields and Emma.
Yeah, the lawyer was saying, like, I'm gonna defend him, he's my boyfriend, something like that. I'm not planning anything. There's merely a question I wish to ask.
You're asking me?
Oh, golly. I heated the water up a bit too much this time. Yes, of course. Who else is here? Objectively speaking, you are a clever individual, and you have a sharp mind. As a prosecutor, you're highly talented and capable.
Are you being ironic? Your sarcasm falls short.
I'm being completely sincere. Hey, what's up? Hello there, Caitlin Kiss. Welcome in, I hope you're having a good day. I'm being completely sincere, and that is why I cannot understand. Oh, the sound alert didn't play the whole time.
Ha! I'm the coolest!
Thank you for the follow. That is why I cannot understand. I just followed you on Twitter. If you follow me back, that would be really appreciated. Okie dokie. I'm being completely sincere, and that is why I cannot understand. Take this case, for example. Here up against the P.I.C., there is no chance for you to come out on top. Even a child can understand, and yet, you...
Huh. Perhaps my younger self would not have done something so reckless. The me from before had power. That's why I thought justice was on my side. Just like you right now. However, because of a certain man, my self-centered sense of justice was broken down. Ever since then, I began to see people in a different light. I am able to serve as a prosecutor only because of the support of the people around me. People like Detective Gumshoe and all the other investigators. And Kay as well.
Hi Iris, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day.
Honestly, even I'm surprised at how much I've changed.
Edward's being gay right now, don't worry about it. He's talking about
that man.
I see. Is that how it is? I've come to understand you a little more.
Understand me? Not likely. Someone like you who forces her own sense of justice onto others could never understand.
I wonder about that. Is that what you think?
Yes.
If I could say one thing, it would be that this conversation has been very interesting. That is all.
Okay. Can I go?
Our conversation is coming to an end. However, I have one last thing to tell you. The date of your hearing has been set. I came here today to inform you. Today, in the P.I.C. meeting room, may you humbly accept your fate.
If that's all you wanted to say, couldn't you have just sent a messenger?
The holy words of the Goddess of Law simply cannot be entrusted to others. With that, Mr. Edward, I bid you farewell. I shall be seeing you again later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Yo, what up? I mean, yo, what? Bye. April, May. Nice. Good joke. Well done. I'm the funniest person. Wait, there's a hole under the bed. I'm leaving.
It's a simple bed. I don't expect it to be very comfortable to sleep on. If it were Detective Gumshoe, he'd probably snore loudly while sleeping like a log. I may never get a chance to work with him again. However, this is the path I chose. I won't regret it. Damn. Hey, can I go? There's a poster hanging in the hallway. The Dice and Slice game. Roll the dice and decide your daily menu. The Dice and Slice game has been cancelled due to the warden's arrest. We sincerely apologize to everyone who is looking forward to it. There's no need to apologize for cancelling such a silly game. I need to go pee-pee-poo-poo. There's a poster on the wall next to the toilet.
That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the toilet itself. I want a pee-pee-poo-poo.
We are currently out of toilet paper. Please be prepared if you wish to use the toilet.
What?
What does that mean by be prepared?
You're like a prison. Just buy more. You get way overfunded. Just buy more.
I mustn't neglect my personal appearance just because I'm in a holding cell. Prosecutor or not, this is my personal duty. My collar's slightly bent. There, a well-groomed appearance reflects a well-groomed mind. From here on, I'll need to focus myself more than ever.
Nice.
There's a dining menu sitting on the desk. It seems I can get food delivered if I pay for it. Let's see.
If you pay for it, what the fuck?
Moldy white bread lunch set. Switch to moldy whole wheat bread for an extra $1. Oatmeal and grits set meal. For a limited time, get extra gruel at no additional cost. Thank goodness I'm not hungry right now.
I just had to look at all this silly stuff, just walk around.
Another visitor?
Hey, yo, what up?
Kay!
Oh, Kay is there. I didn't notice.
It seems you're alright. I'm relieved. For now.
You know, this is kinda touching.
You look a little down, Kay. Please, cheer up.
Kay.
You didn't do anything wrong. I guarantee it.
Please, just accept it. I'm a murderer.
That's not true. Why won't you believe in yourself?
What should I believe in? I mean, there's nothing.
There's nothing to believe in. That's not true. Before you lost your memories, you literally jumped into my life.
She really did. She literally jumped down a hatch and almost fucking died.
As a result, your words and actions have become engraved in my memories. That's the mark you left behind. How can you call that nothing? I believe in your innocence. That's why you must believe in yourself as well.
Thank you. But it's no use. Look at all the misfortune I brought upon you. If you can, please forget it all. Your memories of Kay Faraday. That's the best. I will stab you to death.
Kay!
Yo, what up? You know, this takes me back. In my youth, I too was a gallant.
Is this the kind of justice that the P.I.C. seeks?
Yes. Justice, huh? I wonder.
This man, what is he planning? Why is he pushing things forward so forcefully? It all seems too unnatural. Is there a hidden agenda? There's no time left. It's all or nothing now.
Well then, I must take my leave.
Hold it. I'm going to logic your bitch. No matter how you look at it, Kay's arrest was unnatural. There must be something behind it.
Is this? No, it's definitely not.
Hey, I'm a busy man, you know. I'm kind of a big deal, you see. I trust this won't take up too much of my time.
In order to make it out of this situation, I must break through his defenses. There are plenty of things I want to ask, but my time is limited. First, I'll ask about why he rushed the arrest. I have no intention of letting him push me around. I will overcome this difficult situation. I'm going to logic your bitch.
Why did you rush her arrest?
Why did you rush her arrest?
I think it's actually the second one first.
I would like a clear explanation.
Explanation? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. You clearly did not follow the proper procedures.
Okay. Maybe you should pipe down a bit. Do you even know the position you're in? I'm very slow, you see.
I'm a prosecutor. I'm a prisoner.
Suppose we let the criminal escape. What do you think will happen?
What will happen?
I would be made to take responsibility, you see. I do hope you understand.
That would serve you right.
I love that. I love the options that you can do. I know it's not right.
Just take my advice and stay out of this, if you know what's good for you.
I refuse. Kay is innocent.
You know, this is so pitiful. It brings me to tears. Why won't you just give up? Things were finally going well.
What? Going well?
Things were going well, you say? That's a strange way to put it. It almost sounds as if you personally wanted Kay to be arrested. Far more than necessary. Haven't you lost your impartiality?
Damn, that was quick. You think so? That certainly wasn't my intention, you see. Edgeworth, my boy, you're reading too much into it.
He skillfully avoided the issue. However, I still have some serious doubts about Kay's arrest. Next, I shall ask him if the investigation was sufficient. Blum. I can't miss even the tiniest piece of information. And that's the only way to break through this situation.
How long did you investigate? Also, the timer is going so much slower now. So yeah, Lotta's thing was that the timer just ran out faster.
How much time was spent on the investigation?
You know, I wonder about that. I don't really remember, you see.
Is he gonna say that he wasn't in charge?
There's no way I can accept such a careless answer.
Like I said, I don't remember. My memory's not as sharp as it used to be, you see. Sometimes I even forget my own son's name.
I don't care about your idiot son.
Damn, okay, everyone hates him.
I want your answer regarding the investigation.
Yes, he really is an idiot, even though I don't remember raising him like that.
There's no end to this. He just keeps on dodging the question. Let's try another line of attack to make him take me seriously.
Might as well just load so that we have slightly more time. Was it under your authority?
It's hard to say that the investigation was sufficient. The arrest. Was it under your authority?
My, do I really look that important?
The Prosecutorial Investigation Committee, Chairman. It's quite a prominent title.
So Sebastian Disrespect is off the chart, it really is.
Not that I care much for it.
That was rather blunt. I'm so shocked, I could cry.
I'm sorry, flattery was never my forte.
If you keep talking like that towards me, you'll never get your prosecutor's badge back, you know.
What?
I don't need my badge. Let me make this clear right now. I do not live for the sake of my badge. Status means nothing to me. Do you understand?
Young, so young. Let me teach you something as your senior in life. What you're saying right now, it's far too naive, you see.
The look in his eyes has changed. He might respond differently to some of my questions now. This is my chance.
How long did you investigate? How much time was spent on the investigation?
Well, aren't you an impertinent one? Even someone like me is starting to get annoyed.
What a coincidence. I feel the same way. Answer me. Was the investigation sufficient?
Young folks always live life in the fast lane. That's why I like to bully them.
Very blunt, wow.
You'll regret this soon enough. This was also evidence. That was the autopsy report. I'm gonna make a new one.
Wait and see.
You sure are quiet.
Fuck.
Are you scared?
Ridiculous. I was just thinking about my next strategy. On how to extract information from a weepy old man.
You should show some remorse, you know. Don't you get it? I hold your fate in my hands.
Do we go now? I don't know. Wait and see. He's burning shit, I don't know.
In any case, even if you obtain some information, There's nothing you can do. Just give up already.
I refuse.
Mind if I ask why?
It's simple.
I think he has to be crying for us to pursue.
The truth is fading away. That's all there is to it.
I see. I'm starting to understand what kind of person you are. But you know, it's all useless. It's enough to make me cry. Give it up. That girl's guilt has already been decided.
It's already been decided, what?
Decided? That's strange. The way you said that, it almost sounds like it was decided from the very beginning. He's gonna update the autopsy report.
What are you trying to say?
Her arrest was planned. Yes, it's clearly unnatural. Everything is progressing as if Kay's guilt was predetermined. Wasn't Kay's arrest planned from the start?
I see. That's an interesting theory. But I don't have time to indulge in your flights of fancy, you know? Why don't we put an end to this silly conversation?
Curses! He's trying to get away! Before that, I must find out if the arrest was lawful.
I love the sped up version.
It's still very faint, but I'm beginning to see the path to the truth. I can't let this opportunity slip by.
I have more to ask you, or Kay is not the culprit. I have more to ask you?
Please wait, there's still something I want to ask you.
Grown weary of our little tit-a-tat. Titty-titty-tit. Please keep it short, okay?
What's the basis? Yeah, sure.
If I put together what you have told me up until now, I cannot help but say that there is no basis for Kay's arrest.
Yes, I understand, you see. But you know, it doesn't really matter either way. You can't overturn her arrest.
How irresponsible. Do you still claim to be a man of the law?
My, those are some harsh words, you know. You know, you're starting to make me a little angry.
I'm also a little angry myself. I'm getting a little pissed.
You see, to be honest, I really can't answer all of your questions, you know. That's just the position I'm in, you see. I'm a busy man, you know.
Aren't you just pretending to be busy?
That's cruel, you know. This old chunk of coal has been working like a dog. Pretending. Just what do you think that would accomplish?
You don't want to talk about it, do you? I like how Blaze doesn't even flinch when he exposes unlawful actions. Yeah, he's really... I love him.
You don't want to talk about the case. Isn't that why you're trying to get away from this place?
The bars.
How sad! Yes, how sad indeed. Do you really suspect little o' me? I'm just a little man, sir.
That's my new favourite line. Meekin saying that changed my world.
I do suspect you, and I'm confident about it. There was clearly no basis for Kay's arrest.
My, have you forgotten? Wasn't there evidence? The mask, the letter, and the corsage all were found in the girl's possession. Not to mention she even confessed. All of this serves to prove her crime.
Yeah, someone with amnesia can't really confess though, can they? I don't feel like that's very legal. Right, if someone has amnesia, like... If you're claiming, well, she has amnesia, so how could she possibly know that she's innocent? Then, same goes for guilty.
All of this serves to prove her crime.
That's...
Any objections?
Objection! You bet I'll object!
You see, you have no response.
It's true I have no objections. Although, there is one point that bothers me. This man seems awfully familiar with the evidence. To remember everything without missing a beat. That intrigues me. This could be a useful clue.
Ooh, is it, wait, I... Was it here? Who made the decision?
Who was the one who made the decision to arrest her?
Well, I can't say I remember. Growing old is a terrible thing, you see. My memory's not what it used to be, you know.
Perhaps I should use that clue. Don't play dumb with me. Didn't you remember all of the evidence in full detail just now? Stop pretending to be a forgetful old man when things aren't going your way. Now then, who was the one who made the decision to arrest her?
I see. You're a sharp one, aren't you? You know, I wish my son could learn from you. I was pressing the sorry, because he's a real idiot.
I'm not interested in your son. Who made the decision for the arrest?
You're a bad man, you know. Don't you already know? The one who ordered her arrest.
The person right in front of me. I'm certain of it.
Ouch! You make it sound like I committed some kind of injustice. Guess I'll have to clear that up. My honor's at stake here, you see.
I love how some animations the mouth just doesn't move because they don't have one. Like, it makes sense because, like... But it's funny.
Very well. I'll continue to play along with you until you're satisfied.
What is most crucial here is how much this man knows about this case. If I can get him to reveal that.
I'm rejuvenated.
It's do or die. If I can overcome this, I'll reach the truth.
About... K? You seem to know quite a bit.
The suspect regarding Kay. How much do you know about her?
She's the suspect in this case. That's all I know, you see. Scout's honor.
I don't have enough evidence. Yeah. No evidence. Kay's not the culprit.
My, that's a rather bold claim, you know. Anyone can shout objections at the top of their lungs, you see. For Mr. Former Prodigy Prosecutor.
Sorry. Okay, I'll pick the second one. My bad. He seemed pretty familiar with the case.
I'm a wise man, you know. I'm familiar with most things, you see.
I don't think it was very wise of you to arrest Kay in this case. That light is dangerous. Hey, you shouldn't have that indoors.
I'm a very busy man. I can end this conversation anytime I want, you know. Don't you forget about that.
This would have already been over if you'd simply answered my questions. If you give me a proper answer, I won't take any more of your time. I will ask you once again, why are you so familiar with this case?
I read the case files, you see. Honestly, it was quite a drag, you know. But it's my job, so what could I do? It was a drag, kind of like a drag queen, of which I am one. The woke P.I.C. consists of drag queens and transgender individuals, you see. Because of my position, you see, I can't just skip out on it. Well, I had some time to kill, so I read the whole thing, you see.
You read the whole thing?
Haven't you realized it yet? Oh, fuck. Sorry.
I was thinking for the clue for the next thing, but yeah, for this, that would, yeah.
My, I wonder what you're getting so excited about. I sure can understand the high spirits all you young folks seem to have.
What's a drag queen? I'll be honest, I don't know everything about it. I think it'd just be, you'd get a more concise answer from just Googling it.
Ah, what a wasted remark! I have no intention of... I will overcome this difficult situation.
Okay, it's just gonna stop me from here anyway. Look, P.I.C. be like, I burned your gender documents.
I changed your gender on your birth certificate, Mr. Edgeworth. Now you are Miss Edgeworth.
No, anything but that!
I'm familiar with most things, you see, and we're gonna have to go through this whole thing again because you pressed the wrong thing, you see. You're a little bitch, you see.
That light is dangerous, dude. That's not good to have inside.
I'm a very busy man, you see. I'm just a little man, Your Honor. Your Honor, I'm just a little man. I never do anything wrong.
You're just a little man, you say? But I thought that you were a woke drag queen.
Drag queens can be men too, you dumbass. I read the case files, you see. Honestly, it was quite a drag, you know. Get it? we're doing the thing that we've been talking about, drag queens. Because of my position, you see, I can't just skip out on it. I have to be a drag queen sometimes. Well, I had some time to kill, so I read the whole thing, you see.
You just said you were busy, though. Don't you see? I have you cornered.
It just fucking fails anyway.
That's strange. Didn't you just say that you were very busy?
I was thinking too far ahead on that one. My bad.
Aren't your thoughts slowly coming to light now?
I'll save here just in case we fuck up again.
If you truly wish to protect your position, I would advise you to rescind the arrest order.
You really are desperate, you know. That never say die attitude. It touches my heart. But you know, it's unfortunate that all your hard work was for naught. Because we discovered her unconscious body near the crime scene, you see.
What? What was the weather like at the time?
This is the first I've heard of Kay's condition when she was found. She was unconscious in the storeroom.
That doesn't even make sense. What? that just doesn't make sense. Where did fucking Karen find her? That doesn't make sense, does it?
That's right. The source of that information is classified, though.
This man knows things even I don't know. Does he know the whole story behind this case? This could be used for clue. The suspect regarding Kay. How much do you know about her?
Nothing. I don't know anything. I'm just a little man. I'm just a little man. I don't understand.
Don't you know the whole story? Something you've said feels out of place. You know about things that the crime scene investigation never revealed. Why is that? Just how much of the truth do you know?
You're making that forceful face again. You know, it kinda makes me want to do the same. Like this.
You could never copy me. Faker, you're the fake hedgehog around here.
Have a good leg, Void. It touches my heart. Bro's gonna have a heart attack. He really is.
You really are a persistent one, you know. But I can admire that, you see.
I will take that as a compliment.
Can't you give it a rest already? At my age, my body's not as strong as it once was, you know. There's no one else who could be the culprit besides her. She was even given that much evidence to show that she committed the crime.
What? Given? She was... what? You gave...
She was given evidence, you say? That's an odd choice of words. It almost sounds as if she did not possess them under her own will.
I see. You really do have a fine eye for the details. As expected of a former prodigy prosecutor. You've already found your answer, haven't you? I'm listening, so go ahead and say it. There's no need to hold back.
I've finally wrenched out, open, the heavy door to the truth. Now all that remains is to strike the final blow. Kay's not the culprit.
My, that's a rather bold claim, you know. Anyone can shout objections at the top of their lungs, you see, Mr. Former Prodigy Prosecutor.
I shall break through this with that clue. Kay was framed. The true culprit is pinning the blame on her. That is my answer.
Oh, fuck.
Whoopsie. I did a little whoopsie doopsie. Yes, you're a clever one. It almost makes me feel bad that your prosecutor's badge was taken away, you know. Yes, it's as you say.
Checkmate. Logic chess complete.
Why'd you say checkmate, you fucking nerd?
Stop bullying me. I just like chess. You arrested Kay even when you knew of the existence of the true culprit. Don't toy with me. There's no way such an act would be tolerated.
You sure are green, you know. That's what a prosecutor's supposed to do. It will all work out fine if we make her guilty.
Who would desire such a resolution?
If I had to say, Maybe the P.I.C. And also maybe me, you know. When I heard your words just now, I could barely hold back my tears, you know. It was just so splendid, you see. And it burns me up inside. I'm not the most perfect piece of work, you know. So I can't forgive such youthfulness. You say the truth is important, but you know, once you know the real value the truth holds, I wonder if you can still say the same thing.
What are you trying to say?
When you get to where I am, you can just create your own truths, anytime you want. K. Faraday is the culprit. That was a truth that I simply manufactured out of thin air. Good, very good. That face, that expression. You were such a desperate one, you see. That's why I really wanted to bully you, you know. You see, even if you know the truth, there's simply nothing you can do. And that's the real value of truth. So shocking that it's to die for, you know.
How would you pursue the true culprit? How much of the truth do you know?
Do you understand now? The truth that you believe in is worthless, you see. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you, powerless former prosecutor?
You...
Oh, scary, scary! You know, I guess the friends of a heinous criminal are also quite heinous themselves.
Please, you...
And like this, you see, one more person will disappear before me. Ah, here comes the waterworks! These tears of mine just won't stop, you know!
That's so funny, Miles literally has a recording device on him. He does! Oh my god, I forgot about that. That's so fucking funny. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Oh, that's so funny. He actually does. Blaze just confessed to everything.
Everything will be decided in today's deliberation. Kay's innocence. I will definitely prove it.
I half expected it to be continued, honestly. Damn, one person really sticks out, don't they? And then that empty chair, I'm assuming, is Courtney. So there's just two people who, I don't know, it's almost like they want you to pay attention to those two people in particular, almost as if no one else really matters too much. Oh, that's probably Jill. Where's Courtney's seat then? Am I crazy? There should be two empty seats. Because Courtney's not here right now. She is part of the P.I.C, right? Oh, is she not? Never mind. I don't know. It's probably Jill. I don't know. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, what up? 10 members are present. The quorum has been met. From here on out, let the council begin. Today's deliberation shall be about Miles Edgeworth's aptitude and ability as a prosecutor.
By the way, why the fuck is Lotta here? Why is Lotta here? I don't get it. She's not part of the council. Okay, yeah, she's not part of the council. That makes sense.
Let our members discuss this matter with a clear conscience of the goddess of law.
A clear conscience. Tend to make me laugh.
Courtney, please give us your report.
Yeah, what up? Courtney stands up. They didn't give any chance to her. On April 5th, Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth carried out an illegal investigation and resisted arrest. He was arrested by two of our members who caught him in the act, myself and Blaze DeBest. Prosecutor Edgeworth disrupted the investigation of attorney Jill Crane's murder. He claims that the culprit, K. Faraday, was arrested without sufficient evidence. Even now, his claim remains unchanged.
Tell us more about the murder incident.
On April 5th, the victim's body was found here, in the P.I.C. meeting room. Regarding the details, I, Sebastian DeBest, the best prosecutor, will enlighten you. The prosecutor in charge, Sebastian DeBest, will explain the rest of the details. The murder happened on the night of April 4th. The victim was one Jill Crane. Ew, look at them. Oh my god. On the same night, a black market auction was being held in this very meeting room. Imagine to get stuck with like the blue badger mask. That'd be the worst one to get, right? Everyone looks so fucking like cool, and then you're just fucking blue badger. Has the woke P.I.C. been defeated? Hi, welcome in Gloom. I'm drawing Yuri, the woke mob got to me. No! Why? They got you, no! I guess Ms. Crane was taking part in the auction. Yep. The murder occurred in the middle of the auction, did it not? When Miss Crane was found, she was dressed like the conductor of the auction. However, based on the fact that the auction continued after the murder occurred, I deduce that Miss Crane could not have been the conductor. Sabi did indeed conclude that on his own.
You weren't the one who made that deduction.
Shush, Edgeworth. Sebastian, please show everyone the basis for the arrest of the culprit. You got it, Justine. Kay Faraday was unable to bear the weight of her good conscience. I believe you mean her guilty conscience. Yes, it was her guilty conscience that drove her to confess the crime. According to her confession on the roof of this building, she met a figure in a red raincoat on the viewing platform.
So Crane was wearing a red raincoat.
Yes, that's correct. The culprit used the conductor's clothes as a red herring to mislead us. P.I.C. be like, you will draw Yuri. Yeah, they force you at gunpoint. They take hold of your hand, they make you do it. You're like, no! I don't want to draw Yuri! The culprit used the conductor's clothes as a red herring to mislead us. At the time of the murder, Miss Crane was wearing a red raincoat. It was I who discovered the raincoat near this building.
You did? I'm sure it was the forensics team who found it.
To be more precise, it was the forensics team under Sebastian's orders who discovered it.
I thought as much.
According to the blood analysis, which I conducted myself, the person in the red raincoat and Miss Crane were the same person. The decisive evidence is the culprit's own confession. She testified that she killed her. That's right, the culprit is Kay Faraday. It couldn't have been anyone else but her.
Well then, Edgeworth, if you have any objections, let's hear them.
Why is it so cold? My window's like... Is there a crack in my wall somewhere?
I have no objections. She did indeed do it, I agree now.
I see. It seems all the fight's out of you.
I have no objections to your claim that I investigated illegally. I admit to that. However, I object to the claim that Kay is the culprit.
Woke Justine by like, over Yuri ruled. Nice. Over Yuri ruled. That's awesome. Tweet that. I will testify that Sebastian's investigation was fair and just. Of course it was, Justine. Don't you know that I'm the fairest of them all?
Edgeworth, my boy, despite how things may seem, I actually kinda like you. If, and this is just an if, you see, if you were to withdraw your objection, you might be sitting on this side of the bench tomorrow. I'll ask you one more time, Edgeworth. Do you have any objections?
Don't take me for a fool.
I'd advise you to watch what you say.
This man is the one who should watch what he's saying. I'm talking about the case.
Yeah, he really should watch what he's saying. He's like... Blaze is kind of blackmailing him, isn't he? Like that's... He should watch what he says. Blaze X Edgeworth.
I'm talking about the case, not about a chair. I demand a testimony.
Chair?
By all means, let me hear it. I want to know how the P.I.C. understands this case.
A testimony from us, eh? Fine then, if that's what it takes to make you happy. Courtney, give him the materials from the investigation.
Sir, but that's...
It's the end of the line for him. I'll let him go out in a blaze of glory.
If you insist, Mr. Chairman.
Why don't we have Courtney give the testimony?
I have no objections.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't worry, Kay. You just watch from over there.
Miss Crane went to the black market auction as a customer. The red raincoat was one of the items up for auction. We believe that she left her seat after winning the bid for it. The only exit from the storeroom is the hatch that leads to the viewing platform. Miss Crane went out to the viewing platform, where she was attacked by Kay Faraday. That was how she met her end, and that concludes my summary of the case.
The red raincoat was up for auction? Is that a fact?
It is quite likely. The red raincoat had been a piece of evidence. Oh yeah, it had been. In the assassination attempt of the president of Zhengfa, as you well know. Originally, it should have been stored in an appropriate place. But when I asked about it, I learned that it went missing.
And it somehow made its way to the black market auction. Certainly a natural conclusion.
My, well done, Courtney. Your explanation is as clear as ever.
My question is, because, like, some of these pieces of evidence I can kind of understand, but, like, a dirty coat? Why would you want that piece of evidence, you know? Like, by the way, the Leaf Red statue was the real statue had red eyes. The fake one had yellow eyes, so it was indeed the real one. But, like, the Leaf Red statue I can kind of understand, you know, it looks sick and all that, stuff like that. But, like, a dirty raincoat, really? I'm much obliged. Prosecutor Edgeworth, will you concede defeat now?
Sorry, but I don't plan on it.
I see. I'm relieved.
Relieved? What does she mean?
Simon wanted it, that's fair.
Come to think of it, her reason for questioning me yesterday remains a mystery. Just what is she thinking?
Yoda. Summary of the case. Here. Someone with shitty fashion. Miss Crane went to the black market auction as a customer. Rhoda wants it. She thinks it'll go great with her suitcases.
So you're saying that a member of the P.I.C. was involved in illicit dealings?
Regarding that, I have no response.
He's right, you know. After this hearing is over, we're going to have to clean up our act.
A splendid decision, Mr. Chairman.
Now, it's only natural, you see. There's no need to flatter me, you know.
How old is he, by the way? Because I've given him like a Damon Gant voice, except American. How old is he? Because he doesn't look old because of his hair, but also 68, damn. Dude, age up already. Why couldn't this case happen like a year later, dude? What the fuck? I'm upset. He's not even 69. Victor Kudo symptom. Like, I know why his hair isn't graying, but I was like, his hair looks really, like, looks greasy over here. But you know what I mean?
Now, it's only natural, you see. There's no need to flatter me, you know. But you know, that has nothing to do with you at all, Edgeworth. Because by then, you won't even be a prosecutor anymore, you see.
They should have made him 69, they really should have. With Victor Kudo, I can accept it, because he turned 69 in the credits. But Blaze, really? Made him 68? This is upsetting.
Well, now that this tearful business is cleared up.
Yes, sir. I will continue. The red raincoat was one of the items up for auction. I've gotten so much better at doing evil DILF voices.
So, the red raincoat was also up for auction?
Yes, it had belonged to Shelley the Killer.
Based on the circumstances, we must consider that it was an item up for auction, you see.
That was what he wore when they had targeted the president of Zengfar.
It sure was, well done.
There was a mannequin that was positioned unnaturally amongst the auction goods.
Was it on the booby mannequin? Oh, it probably was. That makes sense.
That may have been where the red raincoat had been on display. Do you know where the goods were procured?
We're currently investigating it, but it's none of your concern, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Soon you will be nothing more than an ordinary individual, and then you'll be finished.
It seems the results of this deliberation have already been decided. Enough about me. Please continue your testimony.
What do you mean testimony? That's not... No, never mind. I'm pretending to be to be the judge of every single crime scene ever, pretending that it's a courtroom. I'll accept you calling it a testimony. Since the raincoat had been up for auction. For a judge, you sure testify a lot. We believe that she left her seat after winning the bid for it. But...
Why would the victim immediately leave her seat?
That had to do with how the auction was conducted. It seems that after the winning bid, the winner was required to pay for the item immediately.
That matches up with Miss Hart's testimony.
We believe that Ms. Crane paid her bid for the raincoat, and then immediately tried to leave the auction. The only exit from the storeroom is the hatch that leads to the viewing platform. Fuck. I'm a dumbass. Da-dun-dun. Da-dun-dun.
The victim was a P.I.C. member. Couldn't she have also just left from the meeting room?
If she'd done so during the auction, then its existence would have been revealed to the public.
Since Miss Hart knew about it, it seems the cat is already out of the bag.
The customers were required to enter and exit from the hatch. Hey, hi there, Meowric VT. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. Ms. Crane was simply following protocol. Considering where the murder took place, she must have tried to leave through there. Miss Crane went out to the viewing platform, where she was attacked by Kate Faraday.
Why are you so laggy today? Why would Kate do such a thing?
We intend to question her about that later.
Later? That seems to be your favorite time for interrogations.
If the culprit was aware that the customers were required to exit from the hatch, it would have been easy to lie in wait for an ambush. Miss Crane was attacked when she was leaving the hatch. That was how she met her end, and that concludes my summary of the case.
Met her end? What do you mean by that?
She passed away, or to be more precise, she was murdered.
Don't say that! The candelabra was one of the items in the auction. Therefore, Kate should not have been able to get her hands on it.
If she was able to lie in wait for the attack, then she must have known about the storeroom. If she sneaked into the storeroom during the auction, she could have obtained it.
Now, if we only had some way to know for sure where the candelabra was during the entire auction, you know?
Doing fine here right now. Right now, thanks. How's the investigation going, Detective IKO? It's going pretty well. We're about to catch the culprit in a bit. Oh, damn, it's been an hour already? I didn't even know it'd been an hour. Oh my golly. I assume these last two parts are going to be a bit longer. I'm really glad that I saved these for today's stream instead of trying to finish it yesterday. Even though I think I probably maybe could have. But I'm glad that I didn't.
Where the candelabra was during the entire auction, you know? How about it?
There is no such evidence.
My apologies. We hope to find that evidence soon.
Edgeworth, it's too bad, you know. It seems you won't be able to use this line of attack.
The victim encountered the culprit on top of the roof, and the crime occurred there.
Well, that's not right.
According to her reasoning, the murder took place at the viewing platform. Was that really the case?
She knows that it's not the case.
Some piece of evidence must tell me the whole story behind it. I should try looking again.
Why'd she claim that? Because I didn't actually see that. Damn, I hadn't even see that. I really wasn't paying attention. I usually don't pay attention until like the very... when it's time to present evidence. Well, what do you mean that isn't... Well, what do you mean? I have to be like... that was how she was murdered?
Attacked isn't good enough, you needed the word murdered.
What? I'm confused. This should definitely have been the answer.
What? Hello?
I'm confused why this hasn't worked. Unless it has to be... does it have to be the box? I'm so... Is there a piece... Put it in just after the time it was taken by... is it this? We had the bloodstains. What? What? Why is that the answer? Okay.
Judge Courtney, I have found it to be strange for a while now. Why is Miss Hart here with us?
She's an eyewitness to this case. Isn't it only natural for her to be in attendance? Aw, shucks. I reckon I'm more of an ear witness than an eyewitness.
It seems that gaining the trust of others isn't your strong point, Judge Courtney.
Perhaps I simply do not wish to be as tactless as you.
That was needlessly rude. It appears you failed to get the witness to tell you the most vital information. Please look at this photo. This was taken by Miss Hart.
We already had the blood that happened when she was killed. This photo seems to have been taken in the storeroom. And what of it?
According to your reasoning, the incident took place on the viewing platform. However, Ms. Hart encountered the incident in the storeroom. That's right, it had taken place just before this photo was taken.
Wait, if that's true, then Justine's reasoning...
Exactly. It does not hold up.
What?
Dumbass. Ms. Hart, allow me to ask you again. You saw the person in the photo with your own eyes, correct?
I sure did. I seen him plain as day with my own 2 eyes.
And what did you think at the time?
I figured I was about to get me a big scoop, you know?
That's a weird thing to think when you're hearing a murder happen.
I guess that makes sense. Of course it makes sense to Sebastian.
That's not what I meant. What did you think of that person?
Huh? Well, I reckon she'd help me bring home bacon.
Oh, are you mocking me?
Aw, shucks. Don't make that scary old face. It was just a harmless little joke. The person in the red raincoat? I reckon they were the culprit.
I hope you understand now. The crime occurred in the...
It occurred in the overruled. I spoke over you and made you say something you didn't mean to.
No!
Prosecutor Redruth, I cannot understand your argument, if you did not say it out loud. If you'd simply asked, I would have been more than willing to explain.
Explain what?
The sounds Miss Hart heard may not necessarily be related to the case. What? Excuse me?
That is impossible. Enough of your excuses.
Was the voice that Miss Hart heard really that of Miss Crane? Such a shady conversation must have had something to do with the case. What did her voice sound like? Her voice? Well, beats me. How was I supposed to know? They were both using voice changers. Yes, the voices Miss Hart heard had been altered by a device. We must therefore question whether or not they have any bearing on this case. Okay, sure.
That's silly.
You need not object just because you wish to sigh.
I think I do, but that was a pretty weak argument you made. Judge Courtney, it seems I've greatly overestimated you.
No, Courtney's quite amazing, you see.
No, that was kind of dumb. You claim that the sounds Miss Hart heard have no bearing on this case. Even if they do not, it does not change the fact that the crime took place in the storeroom.
Now we present the elevator.
At the very least, the crime must have occurred before the victim went up to the rooftop. The reason being... This evidence proves the crime occurred before the victim went up to the viewing platform.
Is it because there's no blood on the ladder? Or is it because there's blood on the hand? It's probably because there's blood on the hand. Yeah, who would have guessed?
At first, I thought the person in the red raincoat was the culprit.
Well, Miss Hart's testimony certainly made it sound that way.
Precisely. It was because she saw that this person's hand was covered in blood. Anyone who heard her testimony would have arrived at the same conclusion.
Did she... where? No. I was about to say what she stabbed and then she went up the ladder and then like fell over and that's why Kay was like looking down at the body in shock. But no, I don't think so. I'm confused because I'm now confused who the person in the red raincoat is because I thought I knew but now I don't.
The person in the red raincoat was the culprit and the blood on their hand was the victim's. However, if the person in the red raincoat was the victim, then the situation changes completely. Since blood can be seen in this photo, it must have been taken after the crime occurred. It seems we've been under the wrong impression in regards to the victim's condition. This photo shows the true condition of the victim.
Do I have to... Oh, okay. Struck the culprit? No. This was what I thought.
The victim was definitely attacked in the storeroom. Immediately afterward, the victim was seen with blood on her hand. That must mean the victim was still alive even after she was attacked. The blood on her hand must have come from her own wound.
No way! Are you saying that she died from a hand injury?
No, that is not the case.
Great deductive reasoning, Sebi. Keeping on track as usual.
I suspect she just held her hand against the wound. It can't be seen in the photo, but at this moment she must have already suffered a fatal wound.
Huh, if that's true, then it changes a lot of things, you know.
It seems you understand. This refutes the allegations against Kay. Kay encountered the victim after this picture was taken. I believe at that point in time, the victim was already on the verge of death. It's likely Kay just happened to be present when the victim reached the end of her strength.
That is quite the coincidence.
Indeed, I can only say that she was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, it seems you've forgotten a crucial fact.
Ah, you mean that, right? He must be pretending that he hasn't noticed it, you see.
What did you say? Are you implying that I forgot something?
Courtney, I think it's about time you gave him his last rites. Phoenix rites?
Hey, Pops, Justine's with me, you know. Don't order her around like that.
You know, even though you're my son, you're so embarrassing. You're such a fucking dumbass.
I'm not embarrassing.
I'm sorry, but you're both rather embarrassing.
Justine, give Mr. Edgeworth his, very well. I shall give him his last rites. Yoda,
Yoda.
Yoda. When the body was found, there were 3 wounds in Miss Crane's chest. I'm sure you're well aware I'm sure you're well aware what kind of wounds these were, right? Yeah, she was stabbed in the heart with the 3-pronged candelabra. She's gonna say that she couldn't have climbed the ladder with the candelabra still in her. Is there any person who could survive such an injury? Please take a close look at the autopsy report. Can you still say the same thing after reading it?
Yeah,
Well done, Justine. With this, Mr. Edgeworth will...
I will offer a rebuttal, of course. Yeah, about the autopsy, yeah, I read that. Victim's body was discovered, sometime, yeah, that makes sense. The cause of death was stab wounds to the left chest, head wound was post-mortem. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, about the autopsy report that I knew of. Yeah, I will offer a rebuttal, of course, yes.
Why would you do that? Didn't you hear what Justine just said?
Of course I did, and I still plan to object to it.
It's not fair! You're always opposing me at every turn!
It was never my intention to oppose you.
Huh? Really?
It's simply not worth my time.
I see. So that's how it is. Yep. After all, I'm...
That's enough, you know. You're embarrassing your father, you see.
Uh-huh? What do you mean, Pops?
You're a little bitch, Sebastian. I don't like you very much, and you're kind of annoying.
When the body was found, there are 3 wounds in Miss Crane's chest.
There certainly were. 3 wounds. That sounds rather painful.
Indeed. We must punish the culprit accordingly.
Okay, do not listen to what she says. Judge Courtney, please continue your reasoning.
Very well. She had 3 wounds. I'm sure you're well aware what kind of wounds these were, right? But I'm a dumbass.
Why don't you ask Sebastian instead?
Of course. Sebastian knows all about it. Uh-huh? Me? Yeah, I know everything.
He's obviously lying.
Sebastian, maybe you should sneak a peek at the autopsy report. You know...
Let's see here. The fatal wound was caused by the candelabra. Ooh, so that's how it was! The cause of the wound was just as Sebastian said. Yeah, that's how you spell cause. Yeah, I'm the dumbass. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, she was stabbed in the heart with the 3-pronged candelabra. Stabbed through the heart, and you're to blame.
So the cause of death was a stab wound to the heart, is that correct?
Yes, the candelabra pierced right into her heart. Since this was Dr. Young's medical opinion, it must be the truth. The coroner's medical opinion follows my own opinion, therefore, it's perfect. It's the best, even.
I certainly cannot ignore the autopsy reports. However,
Hey, don't ignore my opinion.
if the cause of death was a stab wound to the victim's chest, wouldn't it contradict that piece of evidence?
Alright. Or do we just present the same... Do we just present the same thing of the letter again? That is not the right... Do we just present the same thing of the letter again? Because if she died instantly, how could she have put it in there? We already said that this is... Da 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 da. Ooh, he's totally ignoring me, Justine. Say something! Yes, I will not allow you to ignore my reasoning. Is there any person who could survive such an injury?
Me, I'm built different, you see. At the very least, we cannot be certain that she dies instantly.
You can't even speak. Even if she had a little bit of life left, I doubt she would have held on for long. Can people survive after being stabbed in the chest? In some cases, maybe they can, although maybe they can't. Huh. So in the end, which one is it? No such human exists. If you think they do, then first. Please take a close look at the autopsy report. Can you still say the same thing after reading it?
According to the autopsy report, the stab wounds to the left chest caused the fatality.
Correct. The autopsy report itself is the foundation for my reasoning.
In other words, I just have to shatter that foundation, right?
I don't find that amusing at all. I look forward to seeing you try. Nevertheless, please take a close look at the autopsy report before you make a rebuttal. Show me that your reasoning is not just mere conjecture.
Very well.
Mr. Edgeworth?
We'll be fine, Kay. There's nothing for you to worry about. Evidence that the victim was alive after the incident. If I can just find that, Kay will be...
When the body was found... Da, da, da. I don't want to think it's this because that's silly if it is, but I'm gonna present it wherever I think it might be anywhere. Da, da, da. Alright, I don't think it is that, which is good, because that would be silly. Is it this statement? She was stabbed in the heart. Stabbed in the heart. And you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
You give love a bad name. Chairman the best. Do you know what this is?
It seems to be a red raincoat. How about it, Courtney?
The victim, Miss Crane, was wearing this earlier. Prosecutor Edgeworth, must I repeat my explanation to you all over again?
I suppose it just might come to that. Judge Courtney, answer me this. This red raincoat was stained with blood. Do you happen to remember where specifically those bloodstains were located?
Of course I do. They were on the hood. Wait, it can't be.
What does this mean?
Judge Courtney, were there any other bloodstains besides the one on the hood?
None were detected.
Don't you think it's strange? The victim died from a stab wound to the chest. In that case, there should have been bloodstains on the front of the raincoat. However, the only blood they found was on the hood. This is a huge contradiction. The wound on the victim's head is no ordinary wound.
I think that the autopsy report was faked. I fell asleep around this time, so I don't know for sure. This is partly a guess, but I know that Karen and Bonnie, I know, are at least kind of sus. I know that they at least have a breakdown. So I think that the autopsy report was faked. I fell asleep from like the prison until like the moment of the breakdown. So I don't know, I don't actually know what happens here, but I'm pretty sure. That's just a guess though.
The wound on the victim's head is no ordinary wound. After all, the victim sustained this wound before she was stabbed in the chest.
It does appear that way, doesn't it? The victim first suffered the head wound. If she had already been stabbed in the chest, the raincoat would have been stained with blood. Therefore, it is unthinkable that her chest was stabbed before she suffered the head wound. So the order of the wounds would be, first the head, followed by the chest. However, does that really change the situation? It does, because the autopsy report is then not right.
With this, a contradiction is born, one that overturns all of our assumptions up until now.
Is the change really that great? I look forward to hearing it. Well then, this contradiction, why don't you show it to me? With evidence.
Which piece of evidence shows the contradiction that arises from the order of the wounds? Da 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 da. This is the autopsy report written by Dr. Young. According to this, the head wound was post-mortem.
But that's not what the raincoat shows.
Exactly. It's the exact opposite.
Bailiff, hurry and summon Dr. Bonnie Young at once. Until we hear what she has to say, we cannot close the curtains on this case.
Yes, ma'am. Understood. See ya.
Dr. Young is a busy person. It will take some time for her to arrive. In the meantime, let us try viewing this case from another angle. There's something that's been on my mind. One of the key figures in this case. The conductor. We still don't know who that person is. Now that you mention it, even after our investigation, we still have no idea who it is. By the way, how the fuck would Kay move the body? I haven't really thought about it until now, but like, the body was definitely, undeniably moved, like a lot. How the fuck would Kay do that? Come on, look at her. She's just a little guy. The conductor has come up time and time again during this hearing. However, at this point in time, their identity remains a mystery. How about it? Do you have any ideas?
I'm still not sure at the moment. However, there is someone I have in mind. A certain individual involved with this case who might know something about it.
Who's that?
Blaze the best. I demand your testimony.
I might have to pick him, but... What?
That's rude.
Don't say such a stupid thing! Why would you suspect Pops? Are you trying to cast suspicion towards the chairman of the P.I.C? Do you understand what that means?
Yes, I've been through this so many times, oh my god. Do you understand what this means? Accusing someone of such high ranking? Yeah, who fucking cares? Politicians are corrupt, okay? Who would have fucking guessed it? Status and prestige mean nothing before the truth. That man is trying to pin the crime on Kay. The evidence that was in Kay's possession, the ticket stub, the mask, the corsage, these items did not come into her possession out of her own volition. By some method, that man purposely planted them in her personage.
It is hard to believe such a sudden accusation, but I'll ask just in case. Why would he do that?
Obviously to direct suspicion towards Kay. I succeeded in drawing out those words from him earlier.
Mr. Chairman, your response?
I didn't do that, no. Are you too shocked to speak?
And what of it? Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said what of it? You say that you drew out some words from me, but you don't have a shred of proof, you know. No one else heard it but you. It just doesn't work like that, you see. Or do you have something else? You know, some kind of basis for your argument.
Well, actually, I have a recording device in the Artigrasses badge. I completely don't know about it yet, but it will be really cool when we find out, because that will be kinda decisive. This confidence, he also showed it at the cell.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I would like you to explain once more. I trust we have your permission, Mr. Chairman.
But of course, I am pretty interested in this matter myself, you know. I'd like to know just what part of me seems criminal to Mr. Edgeworth. There's no one as honest as I am, you see.
How can he say that with a straight face?
I didn't say it with a straight face. I said it with a gay face.
Oh no, the woke P.I.C. Let's start from the top. The fact that the auction was held in this room is a cause for suspicion. This is the P.I.C. meeting room. I imagine it would be difficult for non-members to enter.
That's why. All the members have keycards, you know.
I think we can assume that multiple auctions have been held here before.
I said it with a gay face as I'm the woke P.I.C.
Therefore, suspecting a member of the P.I.C. would be...
the best!
Yes, because the conductor has to be a P.I.C. member.
Wait, no!
Well, what was that all about?
What do I do, Pops? I just helped the enemy.
Sebastian really is an idiot, you know. But you see, Edgeworth, I'm not the only one with access, you know.
Why do they keep being off so much to the side? This also happened with Sebastian earlier. I thought he was going to point, but I know that Blaze doesn't even have a pointing sprite, so like, what are they doing so far off to the side? Indeed, there are 11 members in the P.I.C. Even if we rule out the victim, Ms. Crane, there are still 10 potential suspects. Well, there's also like you, right?
It's not me!
But it couldn't be the chairman, right?
I don't know who it is, but whoever it is should just come forward.
Oh, well, if you say that, it's me. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that I should just come forward. Yeah, I did it. I'll confess. Yes. Everyone, just calm down, you know. I'm just a little man, you see. Edgeworth, is that all you got? Where is the evidence to suspect me?
Fuck, he got me there.
Oh, so you've fallen silent. But you've gone too far, you see. I won't forgive you anymore. It's too late for regrets, you know. I'm a very important man, you see. Former chief prosecutor and chairman of the P.I.C.
Yeah.
It's fine if you're not prepared to face the fire, you know. Cause you see, unexpected Gregson. Either way, it won't make any difference. Oh my god, look at my eyes, I'm fucking wild mode, I'm fucking crazy mode, I'm gonna go crazy, cause I'm gonna bully you. You've been rambling on for quite a while about the most trivial details, you know. I'm just a little man, like the location of the murder, the order of the wounds, and what else was there? It just doesn't matter, you know, cause you see, none of that means anything, you know. Think about it. We've got the suspect herself saying she killed the victim. That's all that matters, you see. She'll even get a lighter sentence with her confession, you know.
She has amnesia, she doesn't remember the incident.
Now then, if there are any contradictions, be my guest.
This is so silly. Like, yeah, she confessed, but she also doesn't remember. All that she remembers is that she stood over the body. Which, with our theory, it works. Because the body climbed up, fell on the ground, and Kate was like, oh shit, that's a fucking body. Like, bro, this isn't a case.
If there are any contradictions, be my guest. Be my guest, be my guest.
Oh, he's singing now. How can that be considered a testimony? There must be a contradiction somewhere.
That person is very important, isn't he? Mr. Edgeworth, it's alright. Let's just give up.
Okay, you're so pessimistic. Why are you like this now?
Surely I must have killed her. I can't even remember it.
Don't be tied down by your muddled memories. If you want to believe in something, believe in your own innocence. Believe in me, who believes in you.
But
my opponent is the P.I.C. Oh, I thought that was a full stop. My opponent is the P.I.C. chairman. Taking him down would be easy. However...
Okay, it's like that one, let's just all kill ourselves meme. Kay's really a downer, isn't she?
He's underestimated me. If I can take advantage of that...
Yo, what up? Rebuttal. You know what part of rebuttal is funny? The butt part. Hey, Edgeworth, have you heard of the planet Uranus?
Yes, I do know you're right.
Ah, get it? It sounds like your anus, like a butthole. It's rather funny, isn't it? 'Cause I'm gonna bully you. Yeah. You've been rambling on for quite a while about the most trivial details, you know.
How the fuck is this trivial? If these trivial details create contradictions in the case, we cannot call it the truth.
It's fine, as long as the rest of the case makes sense, you know. Every case is going to have a small contradiction or two, you see.
Yeah, if you do it wrong.
But if we got bogged down by the details, we won't be able to arrest the criminal. Trials will go on forever, you see. You of all people should understand, you know.
I don't. That's why I'm asking you.
Young folks these days. Anyways, you're rambling on about stuff. Like the location of the murder, the order of the wounds, and What else was there? Fuck.
Hold it. Hold it. The autopsy report and the question about the conductor. Were you even listening?
Talk is cheap, you know. I was listening, you see, but I didn't think much of it, you know.
You didn't think much of it, even after I brought up all those issues? Perhaps your judgment needs to be questioned, rather than my ability as a prosecutor.
I like that one sprite where she was like facing to the side, the one that was just before this. I love that sprite. I think that's an Investigations original sprite. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it is. I really like that one.
That's a good one, Edgeworth. I almost said edgy, or worthy. That was the word. I almost said worthy, because I'm doing the Damon Gant voice, except Damon Gant was British, and he said worthy. But you see, it just doesn't matter, you know, because you see, none of that means anything, you know.
How can you say it doesn't matter? Are you trying to suppress the truth?
Well, you see, it simply doesn't matter as much as you say it does, you know. You see, Edgeworth, you're only saying it matters to avoid the real issue here. Think about it. We've got the suspect herself saying she killed the victim.
It may be true she confessed, however, that does not make it the truth. She is suffering from memory loss, so we must question the credibility of her testimony.
Objection!
Listen! Oh my god!
Objection!
That was fucking... Oh my god. Why is his voice so similar to the one that I've given him?
Objection!
Oh my god, he has an objection voice line. That's so cool. Oh, I fucking love him.
Even if you say that, you know, it still won't solve anything. What good will it do to deny her confession? Sounds like nonsense to me. Wanna try asking her again? I think she'll just say that she's the murderer again, though.
Very well. Let's try asking her again, one last time. I'd like to hear from Kay herself, whether or not she is the culprit.
Huh? From me? Will that be alright? If this goes poorly, it'll be quite unfavorable for you.
This is like blackmail, what the fuck? I do not mind. However, I shall ask Kay the question myself.
I'm moved to tears, you know. Oh, how touching, you know. How very touching. Fine then, I'll let you ask her. However, I have one condition. If all this proves to be a waste of time, then that will be the end of it. How's that sound?
The end of the hearing?
Yes, it seems you can be smart once in a while, Sebastian. In other words, you see, if she confesses again, Kay Faraday will be found, beyond a shadow of a doubt, guilty! Yep, it's a fine idea.
Guilty, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Well, now I can blackmail her. Kay, if you confess right now, I'm gonna be fucked. Now I can blackmail her. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's right.
That's harsh. But either way, if I do nothing, she'll be declared guilty. Kay,
Yes?
I know what I'm asking of you is unreasonable, but please, I want you to answer me. It doesn't matter how tiny it is. Do you remember anything? Anything that would prove your innocence?
Why? Why would you go that far? For me? I can't do it. I'm sorry. I'm too scared to remember. Because I might have done something even worse. If that were the case, I would only make things worse for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Kay Faraday must have been a despicable criminal. Someone who betrayed your trust.
Don't worry. We've only known each other for a short while. But I know you very well. I'd even say that I know you better than yourself, now that you've lost your memories.
Well, yeah, now that she's lost her memories, you do. I was about to say, not really, but yeah, now that she's lost her memories, you certainly do.
You cannot possibly be the culprit, because your true identity is the Yatagarasu!
Take that!
Wait, that's actually the answer! Oh my god.
The great thief Yatagarasu! The Yatagarasu is a noble thief who would never stoop to murder!
No, It's useless. After all, no matter what, that memory still remains. This image that's stuck in my head, I just can't get rid of it. That means I must have...
There's no clear evidence to prove that you're the culprit, besides your own confession.
Pop singer Justine Courtney called that Justine Bieber. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on Justin Bieber?
I don't know, I don't really care.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it seems I'm going to have to cancel you for not being a good pop... I don't fucking know. The bit's over.
Well, what do you mean the bit?
I'm done. I'm fucking over. I can't think of the right words. I'm out of here.
What about my hearing? What the fuck?
This game is so peak. Actually, it's so fun good. I love this.
There's no clear evidence to prove that you're the culprit besides your own confession. Remember what I said? You must believe in yourself. Or perhaps, you cannot trust my words.
No, that's not it. It's because you are trying to save someone like me. You've already lost so much. All for my sake. I can't bear it anymore. Please, please just give up.
I see now. I thought it was strange. The reason you were acting like you wanted to be found guilty was because you were concerned about me. This is just like you, Kay.
That's so family. That's so family. It's because you're a good person, Mr. Edgeworth.
Unfortunately, I may fall short of your expectations. I'm not trying to be a good person. No matter how much you may want me to give up, I'll keep trying to save you. That is the nature of who I am. Whether or not it is a burden for you is none of my concern. Whether you kill yourself or not is none of my concern. Okay, believe in yourself once more. You are a noble great thief. What you should be doubting is your memory of committing the murder. That is my wish, above all else. Please. Kay!
What is it? Did you remember something?
If she remembers something now, it'd be like a bad movie.
Bull. Bull? Prosecutor Edgeworth, please ask her to clarify.
Well, Kay, what do you mean by bull?
I remember now. The person in the red raincoat had that with her. The bull? The stuffed bull doll? The stuffed bull doll. I'm certain of it.
Is that true?
Is that true, defendant? Yes, Your Honor. Look at a little smile. It's good to see Kay smile every once in a while now. The court hereby accepts the defendant's statement as a new piece of testimony.
Objection! Quit messing around, Courtney. A testimony like that cannot be accepted, you know.
Your objection's been noted, sir. However, testimony about the victim's belongings
Has been lacking up until now.
After screaming balls, she had with her balls. Balls, you say? Well, that makes sense. As the woke P.I.C, we only accept transgender people to be in the P.I.C. So she did have balls. Kay, my baby, she's so sweet. I love Kay.
Has been lacking up until now.
Objection!
I fucking love that voice line. That's so well done. Whoever did that is fucking phenomenal. I love that. The cool Justine moment is coming. It's happening! She's becoming not based. She's becoming bigoted, I guess. She...
Nevertheless, you know, her vague memories cannot be trusted, you know?
Her memories, her vague. That would be bad for us as well. Didn't you say this earlier, yourself, Mr. Chairman? Since we have the suspect's confession, we don't need to worry about the trivial details. If we decide to doubt her memories, then we must also doubt her confession. which is the main foundation of our case. Exactly! Thank you, Justine! This is what we were arguing against you earlier, but I'll accept that you're now biased and awesome. Are you willing to do that, sir?
Ah, you're right. Well, never mind then. I shall leave it to you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we did it. It was touch and go for a while there, though. However, those words of Judge Courtney just now.
Yo, what up?
It almost feels as if she's on our side.
Woke Justine is over, now my bestie is conservative Justine. I want us to fund the police now.
No! Justine! But... how?
That's right. I don't think that transgender people deserve rights anymore. Minorities should be killed.
What the fuck, Justine?
We've really turned the main characters into the bad guys, haven't we? Prosecutor Edgeworth, do you know anything about this stuffed animal?
The stuffed animal Case spoke of must have been this. We found it in the storeroom. It is believed to be one of the items for the auction. Da, 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 da.
The music was like wailing because of the lag. This is... I don't fucking know who it is. It says the best. There's two of those. Do you know something about it, Justine? No, it's just a bit different from what I imagined. Wait, she knows it, doesn't she? I can't remember that too well, but she knows this.
Indeed. It's certainly not what I would have expected the victim to be carrying. Let's examine every suspicious looking cami.
Mouse being on the conservative side is so funny. Now, what's this? No, it's just... oh wait, it is a something. Like, why is the gay ROS guy homophobic? Exactly, it's really... We've committed a sin with this playthrough.
A cherry blossom petal is stuck in its soft fur. Speaking of which, there were also some stuck on the red raincoat.
A cherry tree? Wasn't there one blooming on the viewing platform?
Yes, it seems safe to assume this was taken outside. However, why would the victim be carrying something like this?
Yeah, she's the biggest fan of Godzilla. I don't know its name. Yeah, she loves Mozilla. Just loves it. Has no connection to it, but she just likes it. Well, that torn is missing.
There's a hole in this stuffed animal. It seems this hole is where the horn is inserted into.
I guess its head is stuffed with cotton. I wonder what's inside.
Perhaps I should examine the other side. The other side. You it up?
Oh no! I opened paint! I'm a dumbass!
The right horn seems to be fine, but the entire balance feels a bit off.
This horn... it looks like you can move it.
What?
I remember that it does something. Like, does it have an audio recording in it or something? What was that buzzing sound?
It seems this toy is equipped with a recording device.
What does it say? What does it say? And...
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, that was me saying... oh no, that was me when I said, "Here, I just killed Jill! I just killed Jill Crane! Me, Blaze the Best, just killed Jill Crane! Oh, what a wonderful time! I, Blaze the Best, chairman of the P.I.C, just murdered Jill Crane in cold blood right now! Ah, and I'm gonna pin this all on K! Oh, it's so much fun to be evil! Fuck, I said that! Fuck! Shit! I was being recorded when I confessed! I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. Silence, huh? I know that there's a... their voices are different because of the masks, but... I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time. But I can't really go deeper than this, so... Silence, huh?
Blaze is shitting himself at this moment. He really is.
I've been waiting for my chance to get revenge all this time.
Ah! Sorry.
Voice modulator.
Is this the moment of the murder?
Who could have recorded something like this?
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, that's me. Fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. This is pretty bad.
This is... There ain't no doubt about it. This here's what I heard. I cannot verify when these voices were recorded. Burn! Burn on the hand! Burn on the hand! Burn on the hand, you fucking moron! It's also possible that they aren't related to the case at all. If only we had some video as well. That's hogwash. I'm telling you, that was the conversation I heard. The victim was holding on to it, right? I reckon it must have been recorded when she got attacked. This has nothing to do with anything. Yeah, the fucking victim was holding it, you fucking dumbass. That certainly is a possibility. However, your testimony alone is insufficient. I require something with a little more credibility.
Again, her words. It almost sounds as if she's trying to give me advice. Judge Courtney, there's no mistake that those voices were from the incident.
I get that she's being nice now, but that's a silly thing to get hung up on. Everyone knows the burn. Come on. The burn, Faraday.
Please recall the audio that was recorded by the stuffed animal. I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. If we compare this part of the recording with a certain piece of evidence, we can prove it. This evidence shows that the recording took place during the moment of the crime, because there was a burn. Da 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 da.
The autopsy report? And exactly what part of the autopsy report?
Oh, I fucking wonder. This part shows that the recording took place during the moment of the crime. Sorry for assuming that I could fucking click. God forbid women do anything. I remember clearly what that voice said, because I just heard it. You can't hide that burn from me. On the victim's hand, there was a burn mark.
Indeed. It just happened in that chip, you see. But what of it?
According to case testimony, the victim had been holding the stuffed animal, and it just happened to record a characteristic of the victim, namely the burn.
That's just a coincidence. I mean, it could happen, right? I do not think so. It is hard to believe that all of this is simply a coincidence. The voices on the stuffed animal were most likely recorded during the incident.
One of these voices must belong to the true culprit. Gee, I wonder whose. From what we've heard, it must have been the one who was doing most of the talking.
But what's the point? In the end, we still can't tell their gender or identity, you know?
Indeed, because they had been using voice changes. It can't be helped.
It seems the situation has become quite clear. The conversation Miss Hartover heard was between the culprit and Miss Crane. That's what I've been telling you from the start.
And from this, we will understand a new fact.
Please enlighten us, then. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Chairman.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, this is really bad. Oh fuck, what do I do? Oh fuck, I fucked up. Oh shit. Do what you want. Oh fuck.
According to Miss Hart's testimony, just before the incident, 2 people came up from the auction hall using the lift. It must have been the conductor and one of the auction guests. They probably went there to settle the payment after winning a bid. And then, it was there that the crime was carried out. Since the auction continued after the crime took place, we are led to a single truth. This is the new fact that we have arrived at.
Oh, the culprit is the conductor, yeah. I read that one as Jill is the conductor, so I was like, what? None of these.
Since the conductor was the only one who could keep the auction going, we can conclude that the deceased victim could not have been the conductor.
Justine, please be quiet here, okay?
If the conductor was not the victim, then they must have been the culprit.
No. Please wait. That alone is insufficient.
Of course, even I do not intend to rely upon the...
Wait, didn't we already prove this ages ago?
Even I do not intend to rely upon the process of elimination.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, I'm so fucked. Holy shit.
Certain traces left at the crime scene led me to believe that the culprit is the conductor.
Well then, please show it to us.
What were the traces left at the crime scene?
The clothes.
Da 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 da! This is the piece of evidence. What?
Luckily I can skip this for some reason.
Oh no!
Well, it was, but okay. Maybe so.
I will show evidence.
I mean, I almost pressed load state, that would have been bad. I mean, it kind of is, you know? But okay. Jamming Ninja Mask?
No, dumbass, you fucking moron. You fucking idiot. How fucking stupid do you have to be, you fucking moron?
Was it the letter? But the other one? Well, there's quite a few things that kind of point to the conductor, but okay. The fact that she was wearing hella points to the conductor being the killer. Oh. Thanks, yeah. Yeah, it was. I got it right immediately, but... What? Never mind. Well, I guess I don't feel as bad. Or do I feel worse? Yeah, I feel worse. Yeah. Loudest testimony. I can't be bothered to read it, so I'm just gonna present it. I'm just going to... I've shown so many things that prove it's the conductor. What's this? Keycard record? Nah. Nope. I've hella shown off things that definitely prove. I'm just presenting random shit now, because I've shown the conductor's quotes. That is definitely proof enough. 1,000,000,000%. What?
The culprit purposefully left a large amount of blood in the meeting room. In doing so, we were led to believe the meeting room had been the scene of the crime. It was a ruse by the true culprit to hide the blood that had fallen from the storeroom.
How does that prove that the conductor did it? So we wouldn't find out about the existence of the black market auction, correct? Yeah, but any of the people who are buying would also be like, hey, I buy evidence from here, I don't wanna... This doesn't prove shit. The conductor's clothes prove way more. What the fuck are you talking about?
Indeed. If the culprit had been unrelated to the auction, there would have been no need to do such a thing.
But... The thing that we were saying was that the culprit was one of the buyers. That would... We never said that they were unrelated to the auction. I guess cause K. But like... The conductor's clothes prove that way more. What the fuck? This is bullshit. I'm sorry. I get passionate.
The culprit could have only been the conductor.
That was a weird way to get to that conclusion, but okay, I'll accept it because I guess I'm on your side now. Fuck the woke P.I.C. The woke mobs are really shit, aren't they? Well then, do you have any ideas as to who the conductor might possibly be?
The auction held poison. The auction hall is at the P.I.C. meeting room, and furthermore, there's a storeroom above it. The conductor must have been, at the very least, a member of the P.I.C.
Oh shit, this is really bad. So, in other words, you suspect me, I take it.
Isn't it natural to suspect you, the one with the most authority in the P.I.C.?
Objection.
He sounds like he's really having a bad day with his throat.
Objection. I need some fucking water. You're quite capable. I'll give you that much at least. But you know, like I said before, you're far too naive. You have nothing, you know. There's no evidence that proves I'm the culprit, you see. If by some chance you do have, skibidi-bop, Scatman's world.
Ugh. Do I have evidence that Blaze is the culprit?
I don't reckon so. But,
Blaze himself has suggested that he is the criminal. He's been showing that strange self-confidence for a while now. He knows that there's not a single piece of evidence left behind to incriminate him.
If you play with fire, you're gonna get burned, Edgeworth. Just kidding. I always wanted to say that, you know. Well then, Courtney.
Oh my god, look at his fucking abs! How did I not notice that until just now? That's fucking... He's fucking chiseled. I reckon I just remembered something too. What? You also lost your memories? I love Sebastian. Nah, that ain't it. Something just popped into my head right now. Very well. Please tell us.
Objection! Courtney, could you tell me what you're doing?
Prosecutor Edgeworth will not give up until we have destroyed every last possibility. I'm destroying every possibility, so that he will never oppose us again.
Oh, that sounds pretty good, actually. I'm down with that, actually. That sounds pretty decent.
Justine, I don't really know what's going on, but well said. Pops, I'm gonna help too. After all, he's the one who's wrong.
Fine, then. Let's hear what she has to say.
Well then, Miss Hart, please proceed. Sure thing. Just leave it to me.
Please make sure you only tell the truth.
Ain't that a matter of course? I'm a bona fide journalist of justice, you know.
Somehow I feel uneasy.
Y'all saying the culprit was the conductor, right? That means the victim was a customer. Now here's where it gets a mite strange. You see, there were 11 people at the auction. When the auction continued after the incident, I went straight on over and stuck a peek down below.
You don't mean...
That's exactly what I mean. All 11 people were still there. Present and accounted for. What? Sebastian's so fucking dumb sometimes. I love him. I love him so much. And that's not... I say that he's dumb. That's obviously not a negative thing, but like, he's so fucking dumb. I love him. I remember on Twitter seeing someone being like, Sebastian isn't dumb, he's just uneducated. And it's like... Yeah, those are like almost synonyms. Anyway, I have to go sleep. Goodbye. Have a good sleep. Hope you have a good rest. What? Are you sure about that? Sure, I'm sure. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Wait. Jill was not part of the... Jill was not part of the... She came in and saw them do it. She confronted Blaze. She was like, hey, what the fuck are you is this like some sort of black market auction or something? He was like,
no. What do you mean?
And then he killed her. That's why. He's silly. He's so silly. I love Sebastian. I love Sebi. Sure, I'm sure. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. So it started with 11 people, and there were still 11 people after the murder. Oh, was it a ghost?
You know, Sebastian, normally a prosecutor would call that a contradiction, you know? Emphasis on the dick.
Overall, there were really no changes in the auction at all.
Really? I'm telling you. The auction just went on like normal. Speaking of Dick, where the fuck is Gumshoe? I guess he's not really involved, but...
Dick Gumshoe.
But there was one itty bit thing, though.
What was it?
You know those hammers you always see in an auction? Like the one that lady's using over there. An auction gavel, perhaps? Yep, that's the one.
Court is adjourned. Bitch, you're guilty.
All of a sudden, I couldn't hear the sound no more. He'd been banging away just prior to it. Hammond's gone.
The sound of the gavel. Does that have anything to do with the case?
Fucking obviously. Lotta's testimony about the secret auction, nice. Thank you, Lotta. Lotta's really helpful in this one. Obviously, at the beginning, she was, you know, logic chessing away, but after that, Lotta's been so helpful. If Miss Hart's testimony is the truth, then this matter has taken a grave turn. If the victim was neither the conductor nor a customer, the very foundation of Prosecutor Edgeworth's reasoning could collapse. Justice prevails, as they say. I hope you've learned your lesson, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, there really is nothing we can do.
It's not over yet. Some mysteries still remain.
Dozed off for a bit. You have a soothing voice, thank you.
I have to think. If I don't, then Kay will be.
Did you get the answer you wanted this time? Well then, a deal's a deal. I have a very soothing voice, don't I? It sounds very smooth and not at all scary.
Hold it, that was kind of weird. Please wait, Mr. Chairman. I believe it is still too early to make a judgment. There are still a few mysteries left in this case. Until we've solved them all, we cannot call this a complete victory. Isn't that right, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I was expecting you to shout, "Hold it!" like you always do.
Yes, of course. Once again, Judge Courtney has come to my aid.
Well then, what is it? What sort of mysteries are left?
Well, of course, there's the contradiction in the autopsy report.
That kind of thing.
You what up? Hey. I brought her in.
Oh, hello there, dearie. Oh, fuck, I gotta do a Karen voice. What's wrong? Why were we suddenly called here? Did someone suddenly get sick? I'll begin preparing a compress. Ouch! What'd you call me here for? Did something happen? Dr. Young, Ms. Jensen, you have my gratitude for taking the trouble to come here. This won't take long, so please relax. Tell me what in blazes is going on. Of course, we called you here because something came up.
Judge Courtney, just what are you planning?
Bunny Young, under the divine rule of law, please answer truthfully. There were no mistakes in your autopsy report, correct? Granny would never make a mistake. That's certainly strange. Huh? What's strange? This court has found an error in Dr. Young's autopsy report. Dr. Young, please tell the truth. Did you falsify the autopsy report? That's terrible. How can you accuse her of that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why would I do such a thing in the first place? To protect... Why do I keep saying protect? To protect the true culprit, of course. What you talking about? I would never do such a thing. How strange. In that case, why would there be an error in the autopsy report, I wonder? Prosecutor Edgeworth. What do you think? Oh, I expected you to press into her statement like you normally do.
Why is she taking control of the situation and trying to help me? I don't know what her goal is, but I must play along. If the autopsy report you gave to Sebastian had been authentic, then the error should not have been there.
Wait a minute, I didn't do anything.
That is what we will figure out from this point on. Firstly, Dr. Young, I'd like to hear your testimony.
Why do you want to hear her testimony? It would be pointless.
I will be the one who decides whether or not it is pointless, not you.
There are patients waiting for us. But Granny, ouch! Anyways, we don't have time for this.
Is there any way I could convince you? This is of the utmost importance.
Mr. Miles Edgeworth, Granny says she'll testify. So please, try to finish this quickly. If we don't return soon, there'll be people in terrible suffering.
And yet you were lollygagging about on the viewing platform earlier. I promise you, this won't take long. Only if she tells me the truth, of course. Oh my god, look at them both. They're so silly. I'm glad that they moved Bunny's eyes up, but I kind of wish that they kept her where she is, so that you just see the purple.
There are no mistakes in Granny's autopsy reports. I've been working with corpses longer than you've been alive. There's no way I'd make a mistake in writing an autopsy report. Ouch! I got nothing to gain from falsifying the autopsy report. Is what she says. See? There's nothing strange at all.
Yes, that's right, you know. There's no way she'd falsify it, you see.
Under the name of the goddess of law, do you swear that this testimony is the truth? Of course. Granny would never tell a lie.
We're asking Dr. Young. We do not need to hear from a third party.
I'm not a third party. I'm on Granny's side. If you raise an objection to my testimony, you'd best prepare yourself, you ex-prosecutor.
I will definitely expose the contradiction in the autopsy report. I'm American now, for some reason. I don't know why, but I am.
There are no mistakes in Granny's autopsy reports.
So, you're saying there's no way Dr. Young could have made a mistake?
Of course, doctors can't afford to make mistakes. This is a world where just one misdiagnosis can end a long career. I know that my granny, at least, would never. If I did something like that, you think they'd still let me run a hospital? I've been working with corpses longer than you've been alive.
So in your long career, you've never once made a mistake?
A doctor's only as good as the length of their track record.
If we're just talking about a lengthy track record, that former chief prosecutor has one too. And yet his actual abilities don't seem to measure up. I hope that you're not the same as well.
What the fuck? That was rude. Ouch, that's a low blow, you know. But you know, Edgeworth, I don't make mistakes either, you see. Because you see, before I can make a mistake, those around me will have already made it instead. You see, I don't have time for mistakes. It's quite amazing, you know. It must be Von Karma. Sorry, Karma.
That was a weird thing to say. You can't compare a chief prosecutor with the doctor. You really can't. There's no way I'd make a mistake in writing the autopsy report. Ouch.
The victim wore this raincoat after suffering a blow to the head. And yet, there was not a single drop of blood on the front of the raincoat. Therefore, it is impossible for the head wound to have been post-mortem.
Well, that's... ouch. I don't need you to tell me that. That's what I wrote down from the very beginning.
The autopsy report says the head wound was post-mortem. That's completely different.
Yeah. I related Karen what to put down in the autopsy report. After that, it was none of my beeswax.
Relate to Karen. Please elaborate on that.
I relayed everything to Karen. After that, it was none of my beeswax.
So did Karen falsify it?
I would like to verify once again what you saw when you examined the body.
Like we said, ouch. Well, about that. She was done in by a thumb to her noggin.
Ooh, Karen falsified it, not Dr. Young. Bonnie's lovely, we love Bonnie. Karen was the one who falsified it. Dr. Young, do you know when that happened?
Before she died, of course. The wounds on her chest were post-mortem.
Oh,
That's what I relayed to Karen, so that's what should have been written in the report.
That's what you relayed to her, eh? I'm finally beginning to see the truth.
it was Karen that falsified it.
I get nothing to gain from falsifying the autopsy report.
I believe you, madame. You're lovely. We love Bonnie. Bonnie, absolute queen.
You may have nothing to gain, but how about your granddaughter?
Me? There isn't anything I could gain. If Karen had something to gain, then that girl of yours might have something too. How dare you accuse my little girl, who's never done harm to anybody? Yeah, aren't you ashamed of yourself?
She should address those words to Blaze instead of me.
I swear that the autopsy report wasn't falsified. It's what she says. See? There's nothing strange at all.
Did you notice anything strange when you were performing the autopsy?
I wonder. Huh? What is it, Granny? A strange man came by.
Were you calling strange?
He wore some really strange clothes. He even had a pretty thing around his neck.
Nice.
Even though he was about to get canned. He still tried to run amok during my autopsy. I'm talking about you, you frilly red brood.
I see. So Mr. Edgeworth is a strange frilly red brood.
Okay, please don't only remember the things about me.
It doesn't look like Granny's lying.
Miss Jensen's the one who's relaying Dr. Young's words. I'll have to confirm whether or not Miss Jensen's telling us the truth.
So, da-da-da-da-da. I relayed everything to Karen. Oh my god, Karen! What the heck? Why are you being naughty? You were lovely. What? Fuck you. Oh, okay. I was so confused for a moment.
Dr. Young, please confirm that what this autopsy report says with your own eyes.
I'll read it out for you. Ouch!
What the fuck is this?
This autopsy report wasn't written by me.
What? What do you mean?
Oh golly. She smiled. Look at her. She's so lovely.
I don't know. But Granny, I can't say that. Why doesn't Granny speak up, huh?
Miss Jensen, if you're trying to keep the truth in the dark, then... In place of the goddess of law, I shall hear your confession.
Judge Courtney's talking about Dr. Young in private.
What? Is that true? Understood. I shall convey your words to everyone else, Dr. Young. I properly relayed the autopsy report orally to that child. It seems my granddaughter must have mucked it up when she was writing it down. Wow, she mimicked your voice perfectly. Oh, sorry.
She was the granddaughter.
There was no need for her to go that far, though. In other words, the contents of the autopsy report had been falsified. By your hand, Miss Jensen.
With that, we've proven that the wound on her head came first, followed by her chest wound. Ms. Jensen, why did you falsify the autopsy report?
Hold it!
Hold it, sorry, I sounded very, very effeminate for a moment. That was just a mistake. Hold on a second. She never said she falsified it, you know.
Oh, she just misheard.
She just made a teeny tiny mistake when she wrote it down. Post-mortem and ante-mortem sound kinda similar, you know.
They're completely opposite. That is the very definition of falsification.
Miss Jensen, why would you lie?
Hey, ouch! I want you to tell me too. Why would you do something like that? Granny, but
Because you falsified the autopsy report, Kay fell under suspicion. Tell me why you did it.
I can't say. I just can't say it.
Not I don't want to say, but I can't say.
You're all a bunch of bullies, you know. Ganging up on this poor girl who loves her grandmother so. She's totally unrelated to this. I think we can forgive her for one tiny mistake.
That won't do. Aren't you the one with the most to lose if she testifies?
What are you saying? You see, as a former prosecutor, you'll have to speak a little more clearly, you know.
Very well. As you wish, I shall answer clearly. Ms. Jensen played an essential role in this case.
She was the true culprit. She was the victim. I kind of want to click both of these. I really, really do.
She was the true culprit. Ms. Jensen was the true culprit.
That's a good one. Then, how about we arrest her immediately?
No! As I thought, that wasn't it. If I think about it like that, then I should understand Ms. Jensen's role in the case.
I'll click the other one, come on.
How about you quit joking around and clearly say what's on your mind?
Ms. Jensen played an essential role in this case. She was the victim. Ms. Jensen was the victim.
That's right, you know. Everyone's getting on her case for such a tiny mistake. In a way, the true victim of the case is this poor girl, you know.
No! That wasn't what I meant.
Oh, I just had to click those. I just had to.
Ms. Jensen falsified the autopsy report in order to assist the true culprit.
Ouch!
This girl is an accomplice. What's your basis for that claim?
It was impossible for a single person to commit this crime in the first place. The crime could not have been committed without at least two people, namely because...
The number of people wouldn't match. She was a buyer. Hello, welcome in, Blue Core. How are you? I hope you're having a good day.
If the conductor was the culprit and one of the auction guests was the victim, it would contradict the witness's testimony that there were 11 people after that incident.
What now? You got a problem with testimony?
Not at all. Rather, it is because I believe your testimony, that's why an accomplice must exist.
So, you still won't admit that your reasoning is wrong.
Up until now, we had not even considered the possibility of an accomplice. However, if there had been an accomplice, it changes the entire story completely. If the accomplice took the murdered auction guest's place, then the number of people remains 11.
I'm the coolest. Thank you for the follow and for the full alert. It's been a while since we've heard the full thing. I'm the coolest.
Oh, I see now. So that's what you're thinking. But you know, wouldn't that have been quickly discovered?
Ms. Jensen and the victim have similar physiques. If she wore the victim's mask, she could have easily taken her place. Ms. Jensen, did you switch places with the victim?
I wouldn't.
Who was the conductor? In other words, tell me who was the true culprit.
This is gonna be rough.
I can't. I mean, that would also cause trouble for Granny. Ouch. But Granny... I'll accept whatever wrongs you may have done. Just tell me everything. Granny!
As I thought. It appears you really were the accomplice.
Miss Jensen, why? Miss Jensen, would you please tell us?
Yes. It's okay, Granny. I'm fine now. I switched places with the victim, Miss Crane.
So, you admit to being the conductor's accomplice.
I actually remember this part now that it's happened. I didn't remember when it was revealed though, but now that it's happening now, I remember.
Yes, I helped out the conductor. I don't really know why, but for some reason, the conductor was expecting to be attacked by Miss Crane.
The conductor expected an attack from the victim.
Did she go like undercover? I might have still been kind of right, but she was still like posing as a customer to expose Blaze.
They were so sure it was going to happen that they came up with a plan to counter it. A way to beat the victim at the wrong game. And that's when I was called in. I was told to wait in the storeroom before the auction began.
Hold it! Right there, you ain't fooling my eyes. If you're waiting in the storeroom, I reckon I would have bumped into you. In the case? But that was chained up. In the clothes box, or whatever it was, where the victim was. After all, I've been in that storeroom the entire auction.
I'm telling the truth.
I wonder about that, you know? Can we really believe a girl who would falsify a report?
How quickly he changes.
Like, she could have just made a little mistake.
And then...
How can we believe someone who lies so much?
There should have been many places to hide in that storeroom.
Then by all means, tell me, where did our little nurse hide?
The place in the storeroom where Miss Jensen hid was the clothes box.
I feel like it was a clothes box. They said that once, but I don't... The costume trunk. I got it close enough.
She hid inside this costume trunk.
A costume trunk, eh?
Now that you mention it, that box was already there before I snuck in. I figured I would hide in there myself, but it was wrapped up nice and tight with the chain. And it was locked too, so I had to give it up.
I suspect that when you sneaked into the room, Miss Jensen was already inside that trunk.
She must have been fucking panicking. She was like,
oh fuck, it looks like someone's trying to open it, oh shit. Yes, it would have been bad if one of the guests from the auction had opened the lid.
that's why it was locked. Okay. Why is it so chilly? Getting just a breeze.
After instructing me to hide inside, the conductor wrapped a chain around the costume trunk. I think they went downstairs using the lift shortly thereafter. It was right before the auction.
So then, when the auction began, and you and Miss Hart were in the storeroom,
Yes, that should be right.
the auction had been going on as usual, but when a certain participant made the winning bid, the conductor committed the crime. Miss Hart must have heard the altercation that occurred then.
You betcha. I was trembling behind that there statue the whole time, though.
Following the altercation, Jill Crane was murdered. After killing Jill Crane, the conductor carried her body to the costume trunk. And Miss Jensen, who had been hiding in the trunk, was made to take Miss Crane's place. The victim's body was placed inside the costume trunk. The conductor then took Miss Jensen, who had been made to look like Jill Crane, and returned to the auction hall as if nothing had happened. Was this roughly what happened in the storeroom during the incident?
Yes, that's right.
Hold it. Pull me on switcheroo with one of the auction guests. Ain't that impossible? That gal and the murder victim are two completely different people, you know? They're masks. And you reckon one of the other participants would have noticed and caused a ruckus?
No, not at all. What? The reason they didn't notice their switch was because...
She stole the victim's clothes.
From what I can tell, Ms. Jensen and the victim appear to have a similar physique. Furthermore, there was a rule requiring a mask to be worn during the auction. If their clothes were the same, I doubt anyone would have noticed she was a different person.
Yes, I blended right in. I borrowed Miss Crane's clothes and... Ouch! You mustn't embarrass the dead like that. I know. I also thought it was pretty heartless to leave her exposed like that. So when the conductor wasn't looking, I covered her up in the raincoat that was up for auction.
So that's why the blood was on the raincoat.
So, she was the one who put the red raincoat on the victim. And then, the auction resumed as if nothing had happened.
I reckon I took the picture of her in the red raincoat after that. That'd make all the facts line up. After I took the photo, I went over to the lift to sneak a peek down below. I witnessed the 11 participants, and then I hightailed it back behind the statue.
Don't tell me. You were hiding there the entire time, until we found you?
Nah, that's... How should I put it?
What is it? Did something happen?
I didn't mention it before, but after that I might have dozed off a little. To be more precise, I fainted? Well, something like that.
So, something did happen?
It ain't no big deal. Kinda embarrassing to say, though. There was this huge thump sound all of a sudden. I was a little surprised by that. It was right after I just witnessed a murder, so I was shaking in my boots. My heart sort of tightened up, and I was off to La La Land. When I woke up, it was already the next day around the time y'all came by the storeroom.
I see. So there was a large sound. Miss Hart.
Is that right? A large sound? Is that how you describe that?
Miss Hart.
Oh, I bit my tongue.
I take it you do not know what transpired in the storeroom beyond this point.
I guess.
But after the auction, all the masks would probably return.
So I reckon the participants had exited through the storeroom, just like I done said.
Miss Jensen, what were your actions after the auction resumed?
I took the victim's place and participated in the auction. The conductor instructed me to win the bid for the costume trunk. Because the body was inside it, that makes sense. It would have been bad if another auction guest had won the bid for it.
You didn't realize the box was empty.
No, we only found out when I came up to the storeroom to pay the bill. The conductor was with me and told me to go search for her immediately. And then, I found another girl collapsed in front of the ladder.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, she probably fell down from the roof and lost consciousness. Maybe the victim left a hatch open when she went up to the rooftop.
I understand now. Kay was surprised at seeing the collapsed victim and did not notice the open hatch. She must have missed her footing and fell down into the storeroom. Miss Hart, I have determined the sound that made you faint. It was likely the sound of Kay falling onto the storeroom floor.
That might have been it. Though I reckon it'd be kind of pathetic to faint over something like that.
When Miss Jensen found the unconscious Kay, Miss Hart was also unconscious behind the statue. The situation is becoming clearer to me. Miss Jensen, please continue your story.
After I found Kay and the victim, I put them both in the trunk. If the customers at the auction found out, there would have been a huge commotion.
Was this an order from the conductor as well?
Yes, it was. But since I secretly decided to put the real raincoat in Miss Crane, I had to dispose of the raincoat without the conductor noticing.
So, the conductor didn't anticipate the raincoat becoming another piece of evidence.
And, finally, we dressed Miss Crane in a spare conductor's outfit.
I see. In doing so, you made the victim appear as if she was the conductor.
In the end, the auction ended without anyone noticing anything.
Miss Jensen, your crimes have become clear. If you know anything else, please hold nothing back.
I want to help you more, but that's all I know. If I had to say, there's just one thing that bothers me. When I took Miss Crane's place, I borrowed her clothes. But there was no way for me to borrow her hair. Ouch! What kind of coroner's assistant goes around stealing a corpse's hair?
I would think that robbing the deceased of their clothes would be questionable enough.
But the color and the length of our hair is different, so I was worried about how to disguise it. However, the conductor even had a wig prepared for me. In fact, he had 2 of them. Inside the costume trunk, there was both a straight wig and a wavy wig.
2 wigs, one of them was wavy. Why would that 2?
Who knows? Maybe it was a precaution, in case the victim had changed her hairstyle. I ended up using the straight wig to match Miss Crane's hair.
So that means the wavy wig was left unused. So someone here who has wavy hair, maybe.
Karen says that when you the switched places with the victim. Check one for details.
Is that really all you know?
Yes. Yep, that's really all I know.
So that means you don't know who the conductor is.
I'm sorry. I only knew that person as the auction conductor. I never saw that person without a mask on. The conductor seemed to be on guard towards everybody.
Ugh, at this rate.
Edgeworth, is that all you've got? Even if that little nurse is an accomplice, it changes absolutely nothing, you know? In the end, the true culprit is still Kay Faraday.
What?
All you did was add another criminal, you know?
What? No, it doesn't. What?
The rule of law cannot be overturned, at least not for your sake.
Are we trying to say that Kay was the conductor? Or what are you getting at? Because we know that the conductor is the murderer, and we know that Kay was not the conductor because she fell. What are you saying? If you said her testimony cannot be relied upon, that at least make kind of sense, but what?
Is this as far as I go? Am I unable to save Kay?
This isn't a big thing. What is he talking about? Am I missing something? The culprit was Kay? How? In what world?
Objection!
Franziska! Yo, what's up? Yo, oh my god, it's me.
Franziska, why are you here?
Didn't I tell you, Maz Edgeworth? Wherever there is a case, I will follow. Prosecutor Von Karma, your hard work is most appreciated. However, don't get the wrong idea. I only came here to find out the truth behind what happened to Kay Faraday. I don't plan on forgiving you for abandoning the prosecutor's path.
Prosecutor's path? I understand.
You should thank your former subordinate. He gave me some valuable information, which may save Kay Faraday.
Oh, Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe did.
Listen well, Maz Edgeworth. This will be the final piece of evidence. Jill Crane suffered a wound on her head first. We already know that. Oh, she doesn't know, so everyone's like, oh, right. Well, someone say something.
Well, I hate to say it, but, we already proved that.
Already? Proved?
Yes, well, just a few minutes ago.
Oh! You should have told me sooner.
You're the one who barged in here and started talking.
She cares. She tried. Yeah, she tried. She tried her best. Well then, does that mean you found out what the murder weapon was already?
No, not yet.
Is that so? In that case, listen well. It's so cold, holy heck, what is wrong? I mean, it is extra windy today, I did notice that. Is it just that I have a crack in my window? This is so cold. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt cylindrical object. The wound on her chest was suffered post-mortem.
A cylindrical murder weapon.
Objection! Like a penis!
Sorry, that was just not even funny. That wasn't even clever. I was thinking about that one Reddit post about the cylinder stuck in the M&M tube or whatever it was.
You know, this report of yours, I trust it's accurate, of course.
These were the results of 2 independent autopsies carried out by 2 respected doctors.
Objection! That's reassuring, but it's too bad. You have no right to investigate this case. Faraday.
Interpol is after the black market auctions, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of the investigation. The victim participated in the auction. Therefore, it is only natural for me to investigate. Especially now that she's been murdered.
I see, I see. Clever girl, little Von Karma.
Then it has been settled. The victim died from blunt force trauma to the head. Nice. Although we already kind of knew that, but it's nice to know that the weapon was cylindrical. So, cylindrical. We don't have it yet. Nothing cylindrical. Yeah, nothing cylindrical. We don't have it yet. Unfortunately, the murder weapon is yet to be found.
Just knowing the shape of the murder weapon gives me an idea as to what it might be. Wait, we do have it? What?
Hey, in my investigation we didn't find any other murder weapons, you know?
If you consider the conductor's possessions and the crime scene, the answer should be clear.
Is it certainly at the crime scene?
The blunt cylindrical object used in the auction call.
The gavel!
It was something the conductor had in their hands during the auction. Namely, an auction gavel.
An auction gavel? We didn't find anything like that. If the culprit is the conductor, it is possible that the gavel may be the murder weapon. I love that Judge Courtney's gavel was one of the answers, by the way, that's great. However, that alone is not reason enough, wouldn't you agree? Testimony?
Of course, I have proof to back it up. This piece of evidence proves that the murder weapon is the auction gavel.
Is it the same bit of testimony? The auction continued. The sound of the gavel was not heard afterwards. Bitch.
According to Miss Hart's testimony, after the victim had been murdered, it seems she suddenly stopped hearing the sound of the gavel during the auction. However, she'd been able to hear it up until then. Why was that, you ask? It was because it had been used as the murder weapon and was covered in the victim's blood. It became necessary to dispose of it. Isn't that right? Blaze the best?
What? I don't fucking know. What do you mean?
What if it actually just wasn't him? He's just like, what the fuck are you saying, what? I'll have a search for the murder weapon be performed immediately.
Well, good luck with that, you know. You've got to work hard as you can while you're young, you see.
He's completely confident that we won't find it.
Well then, while the search for the murder weapon continues, I hereby call for a brief recess. That first part was 2.5 hours, damn. Oh, I almost knocked over my mouse. Da 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 da. I want to save real quick. Save state. Win. Yo, what's up? Yo, what up? Order in the court. Prosecutor Von Karma, your report, please. Yo, what's up? I have bad news. We've searched every inch of the Grand Tower, but the auction gavel was nowhere to be found. That is most unfortunate. It seems I'm left with no choice but to pronounce a verdict.
Well, it sure seems that way, you know. Normally, you wouldn't commit a blunder like leaving behind the murder weapon, you know. The best criminals would never do something like that, you see.
The best?
Ugh, I don't have enough information. Is this as far as I can go?
Yes, it's a shame, you know, but it can't be helped, you see. This takes me back, you know. All those defendants who came to me asking for a plea bargain. They trusted me, you know, told me every one of their dirty little secrets, you see. And when it came time for the trial, I'd get them sentenced to life in prison. They were all completely dumbstruck, you know, each and every one of them. Oh, how I wish you all could have seen it, you know. The stupid look on their faces.
I shall hereby announce my verdict. Please humbly accept the words of the law.
What? Just because we can't find the murder weapon? What?
Why is... What?
There's nothing more I can do. With this, both Kay and I are...
Not really, this isn't that big of a deal. If only we had some evidence. I never thought that I would be passing judgment on you like this.
Oh my god, Dick Gumshoe's coming to the rescue, pal! Is this the end?
The defendant Blaze the best. I hereby indict you! What?
What?
I thought she was just gonna say, oh yeah, I hereby pronounce you, and then...
Oh my god, hold it! Dick Gumshoe!
Oh? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
Oh my god, she's changed sides! I have here documents regarding a certain case. She looks really weird flipped. Because of the hair, I think that's the most outstanding feature, because, I mean, with everyone it looks a bit weird flipped because their features are flipped, but like with Courtney it looks especially odd. The IS-7 incident, a case that happened 18 years ago. But symbolism, she's on our side now! Documents, you say? Why were you suddenly...
Wait, you don't mean... On the day of the crime, the record of your keycap being used was because...
I came to this room to fetch those documents, of course. Oh my god. Although, when I entered the meeting room, it seems it was before the black market auction had begun. At first I told you that I came to gather documents about you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. At that time, I simply could not tell you the truth. Oh my goodness. Oh, what are you doing, Justine? Oh, why are you indicting Pops? Indicting. I wouldn't know how indicting is said. Indicting? So, this is just how it was earlier, right? Manron Karma, Gregory, Isaac, Jeffrey. Dove's body was discovered in Master's Mansion. Blade person Delicious Captain Dan. There are no clues to whereabouts of Dove's son, August Stavia's son, who until the day before the incident regularly visited at Master's Mansion. That doesn't really help us, does it? I guess because maybe Blaze was doing something behind the scenes, some bad stuff. Without any basis, this is slander! That was a wonderful remark, Sebastian. Huh? Oh, really? Of course, there is a basis. During the case 18 years ago, Prosecutor Manfred von Karma fabricated information regarding the body. It was Blaze that fabricated it.
That was because the body of the sculptor, Hasek Dover, had been stolen.
Papa fabricated information about a body? What do you mean? Detective Lacer, who handled the initial investigation, reported that the body had gone missing. However, in order to deceive Prosecutor von Karma, there was a person who purposely did not report to him that the body had disappeared. What?
What did you say?
That person would not forgive those who defied him, nor would he allow others to hold power. He would use any means necessary in order to bend others to his will. The end justifies the means, he said. And then, also 18 years ago, Director Young, who was ordered by a certain individual to write a fake autopsy report.
Dr. Young was the one who wrote the autopsy report for the IS-7 incident.
Hold it!
Hold it. But please wait. Granny didn't do anything wrong. She was ordered by that person. She had no choice but to obey.
That person?
That person was the chief prosecutor at the time.
Who's this?
The chief prosecutor. 18 years ago. You don't mean...
The chief prosecutor who gave Papa his first penalty.
You what up? Yo, what up?
It was none other than you, Blaze the Best. What are you saying? Pops would never do something like that. Sebastian, we do not need your opinion right now. Blaze the Best, you have a rebuttal.
Fabricating stuff about the body. Von Karma did all that on his own, you know. Falsifying the autopsy report. Young, you would actually do something like that. Man, you really did some terrible things behind my back, you know.
Seeing as how all the parties concerned are here today, we should ask them directly.
Oh,
Hold it. Sorry, I keep on getting really caught in my throat, you know. I was a smoker back in the day. But please wait. Granny is ouch. Granny, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why Yep, because if I didn't, he said he would expose you. If I didn't assist in the crime, Granny would be persecuted. That's what that man, the conductor, told me.
ah, shit. Ah, this is all real bad for my case. Ah, fuck. Ooh, I kinda fucked up a little.
So Miss Jensen was being threatened. Was the conductor who threatened you Blaze the Best?
That, I don't know. The person who threatened me was the auction conductor. They do have similar physiques, but I never saw the person's face.
Any trivial thing is fine. Give us a characteristic that could be a clue.
Well, he was bald. That's right. The conductor's mask had exposed just a tiny part of his face. There was a tattoo there. I'm sure of it.
A tattoo? I don't remember that. A tattoo, you say?
I really have no idea what you're talking about, you know. As you can see, there are clearly no tattoos on my face, you see. So that person doesn't match me at all, you know. The person who threatened her, this so-called conductor, I wonder who it is, you know.
Alvaru!
It's clicking now, yeah?
You've incurred the wrath of the goddess of law. I suggest you watch what you say.
I remember the part about the wig, I just don't remember there being a tattoo mentioned.
Hasn't he incurred your own wrath rather than the wrath of the goddess of law?
Jill Crane had been pursuing you, just as I have.
Yeah, I was right about Jill.
And I will not let her death be in vain.
Crane was, you know, you say she was pursuing me. My, I didn't really know her that well, you know. I don't mind girls chasing after me, you know, but I don't recall her ever falling for me, you see.
Dude, you're too old for her.
You didn't know the victim well.
That is a testimony we haven't heard of until now. Before the eyes of the goddess of law, you shall give us an official testimony.
I see. Everyone's bullying me. If you're gonna go that far, that's fine. You see? I'll just have to make you disappear. Like this document. Every last one of you.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall cooperate with you as well.
What? Huh? But I don't like you. What? I didn't understand. I thought that you were woke.
I've become red-pilled. I downloaded 4chan recently, and I now understand the error of my ways. If we let this opportunity slip by, I doubt we'll ever get him to stand in court again. Please, do not let this chance go to waste.
Yes. I promise I will live up to your expectations. Sorry. Oh. I'm just getting so bored, you know. I'm just yawning. Oh.
That was rude. Now then, Blaze the Best, you shall testify regarding the victim.
You what up?
His eyes are so wide in the picture.
You want any meth? The victim, Jill Crane, was a member of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee, you see. The woke P.I.C. we called it. Personally, I didn't really know her that well, you know. Either way, it's not like I had a motive to murder her, you know. I have no idea why she was pursuing me, you see. You see? Yeah, I'm Inspector Gregson.
You intend to deny your guilt until the bitter end, don't you?
Of course he does. There's no way Pops could be the criminal. I mean, he's my Pops, you know. He's the very best, like no one ever was.
Like no one ever was. Da, 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 da. Yes, Sebastian. If you're gonna stick up for me, be sure to have a clear basis, you know.
Alright, I got it. I'll clear you of these false accusations, Pops. I believe in you, Pops. We won't lose to someone like Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes. You really are pure, you know.
That person, he really loves his father, doesn't he? However, one must be able to accept the mistakes of their father. Have you? No matter how much they may look up to him, each person must atone for their crimes, no matter who they are.
This is going to be hard for Sebastian, but I simply cannot overlook his father's crimes.
Da. The victim, Jill Crane, was a member of the Prosecutorial Investigation Committee. You see?
If she was a member of the P.I.C., then you should have been familiar with her.
Well, I knew her face, but that's about it, you know. It's not like we met each other on a regular basis, you see. Personally, I didn't really know her that well, you know.
So you're saying you weren't very familiar with the victim?
That's right, I didn't even know about the burn mark on Crane's hand, you see.
You didn't know about the burn mark?
Well, you see, even if I'd gotten close to her, she would have just disappeared soon. It's a pain to remember someone, you know, when they're just gonna disappear, you see.
In other words, anyone who defies him disappears. I would like you to add your statement about the victim's burn to your testimony.
I only just learned that she had a burn mark on her hand, you see. Duh, 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 duh.
So you're saying that you didn't know about the victim's burn? Is that really the truth?
You really are persistent, you know. Do you really think I would pay attention to every little wound on a woman's hand?
I would think the burn mark on the victim's hand would be hard to miss.
Now that you mention it, Jill Crane would regularly wear gloves. I too did not know about the burn until the incident occurred.
Jill Crane regularly wore gloves.
I thought so. She was probably trying to hide the burn mark, you see. I understand how sensitive a woman can be about these things, you know.
I would like you to add your so-called sensitive understanding of a woman to your testimony.
I love women. They're all great. Maybe she was always wearing gloves in order to hide the burn mark, you know. Da 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 da.
So you're aware that she always wore gloves?
Well aware. Those gloves were practically her trademark, you see. But I guess they weren't just a fashion statement. She wanted to hide her burn mark, you know. I wonder if that girl over there is also hiding something under her bandages.
Huh? I'm not hiding anything.
I think you are, you know. You're hiding the face of a criminal.
Those words should be directed at someone like you. I shall expose here and now the face of a true criminal.
How amusing. Go ahead and try it, if you think you can.
So, Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. That's interesting. I should look over the evidence one more time.
Okay, doc.
Either way, it's not like I had a motive to murder her, you know.
So we know what stemming it is. I'll look over the evidence in a bit.
Was there ever any trouble between you two over work?
Unlikely, you know. I'm kind of important, you see. I've gotten reports saying that she was exceedingly capable. But you know, our social status was completely different, you see. So we didn't talk much, you know.
That may be true, but it doesn't prove that you didn't kill her.
That's rather prejudiced, you know. And as the chairman of the woke P.I.C, I don't agree with prejudice at all. I mean, look at you. You're taking the side of a criminal.
It seems Miss Crane. Oh no, disconnected. Reconnection successful. Are we all good? I'm so glad that Courtney had a character arc, because I wasn't sure if she was going to end this case. But I got the spin up just in case. Alright, stream should be good. It seems Miss Crane was the one who had an interest in you, Mr. Chairman.
You know, that really is a mystery. I haven't the faintest idea, you see. So that's that. Since I had no motive, your reasoning doesn't hold, you know. Da 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 da. I have no idea why she was pursuing me, you see.
You see? Me.
You have no clue why the victim had been pursuing you.
Nope, not in the slightest, just no.
It's because Pops is such a handsome man.
It's true, you know. Women appear before me, and then disappear, and then reappear.
You guys could never reach my Pop's level of awesomeness. It would certainly be impossible for a normal person. Having people appear and then physically disappear on a daily basis.
Well then, maybe Courtney is going to disappear too.
You just threatened her with death. What the fuck, dude?
Before that happens, I'll see to it your way of life disappears today.
I see. Then I should finish it before the day's over.
I'll have to organize my information about the victim.
Yeah, something about the gloves, I know. If there's anything you don't understand, you should look over the evidence again. Perhaps you'll find a new fact this time around. Oh, Franziska, you're willing to help me? I told you I'm doing this for the K party, not you.
Franziska seems to be worrying about Kay in her own way.
Alright, so da-da-da-da, she was already wearing gloves. Does the conductor's clothes include gloves? It does. That's interesting. So those gloves aren't hers, those are the conductor's gloves, is that it?
Is it because she didn't have her gloves on her? Alright, her fingerprints are on something, I guess. Down, 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 I doubt it's this. 11 people, each of them wear a mask. Auction continued after the Crane's murder. The sound of the gavel was not heard afterwards. Let me also just present this, because it could be... Nah. I was about to say it could have been what I thought, but just for evidence. Is it because she wasn't wearing them at the time? Jill Crane regularly wore gloves. If that is true, then it creates a huge contradiction.
Oh, a huge contradiction, you say?
I would like you to listen to the voices recorded on this stuffed animal one more time.
Hey, this is totally not Blaze, and I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. Silence, huh? I've been waiting for my chance to get revenge all this time.
Where? Was that Jill? Talking? The tattoo? Was that a burn?
We were under the impression that this was the moment when the victim was murdered.
Oh my god.
I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me.
It's Blaze. The tattoo on the chin was not a tattoo, it was a burn. Oh my god.
We thought that this statement was said by the culprit.
Isn't that fine? What's the problem, you know?
There's a huge problem with that. If the victim had been wearing gloves from the start, it would have been impossible to see the burn on her hand.
Objection. Gloves come off very easily, you know. She could have taken them off during the auction.
That's...
Hold it. That's not true. Miss Crane had been wearing her gloves when I took her place. She must have been wearing them before she was murdered.
What are you saying? Don't you understand the position you're in?
I'm not scared anymore. I have Granny here with me.
And also because the one thing that you were blackmailing her with has now been, like, we already know. You know? We've been told it, so it doesn't really matter anymore. You don't have anything on her.
Please, your day of reckoning has finally come.
Somehow, it seems like you all want to disappear. Uh-oh, that'll be bad. Don't burn that. Permanently.
The only one who will be disappearing here is you, Blaze the Best.
Hey! How dare you say that to Pops? Does it really matter if the burn mark was visible or not?
It certainly does matter. If the burn mark was visible, then we'd have a complete turnabout of the situation. Turnabout?
What are you saying? If the victim's burn mark wasn't visible, what exactly does that tell you? The culprit.
There weren't any burn marks. It was just, I don't know, they were talking about random shit, a TV show or something. Sebastian, turn your way of thinking around.
Right, shut up.
If the victim was wearing gloves, then her burn mark could not have been seen. In that case, whose burn mark was seen?
Someone else's burn mark.
Precisely. The culprit must have had a burn mark as well. In other words, I knew who you were right away. You can't hide that burn from me. The person who said this was not the culprit, but the victim.
What?
Told you didn't. Told you didn't sound like me. Dumbass, that was the voice changer. Sebastian, could you please step aside? Edgeworth, all your reasoning up until now was just a figment of your imagination, you know. The culprit had a burn mark. Where was it, you know? If you can't answer that, then your logic doesn't hold up, you know.
Where was the culprit's burn mark?
I wonder where the burn mark could have been. During the auction, wasn't everyone wearing a disguise?
Indeed, during the auction everyone should have been dressed in a particular way. If the burn mark was still visible under those conditions, then...
Now, why don't you show us? Where was the culprit's burn? You'll have to show me the proof, yes!
Where was it said that the culprit had a tattoo? I could have sworn it was Lotta, but... Karen? Or Karen? No. Unless it is this, but it doesn't say that though.
Take that!
No, I didn't think so, because it doesn't say it there. I don't know why, because Karen told us, right? Because I know where it is. I just have no clue what on earth the evidence could be. If I had the Zerban mask, I'd present that, but... This is annoying, because I know where it is, it's just... a random piece of evidence. Do I have to press masks?
Take that!
Nope. Is it because the conductor was fully
Take that!
costumed, so they couldn't have... Oh.
It was what the conductor was wearing during the auction. In other words, the outfit you were wearing at the time.
What can you figure out from the clothes alone?
I still feel like it should have just been added to Karen's little testimony thing.
Objection!
The conductor had been wearing a white suit, white gloves, and a mask. His attire had covered up most of his skin. However, according to Ms. Jensen's testimony...
Yeah, we're talking about Miss Jensen's testimony. It should have just been included in the testimony.
The conductor's mask exposed a small part of his face. In addition, while she thought there had been a tattoo there, it's possible that she simply mistook the burn mark for a tattoo.
Uh-huh, a burn mark on his face?
That's all very scintillating, but I'm afraid you're getting excited over nothing, you know. None of the P.I.C. members have any burn marks on their faces, you see. Naturally, that includes me as well, you know.
Huh? Pops? But...
Sebastian knows!
Sebastian, could you please be quiet? If you're an idiot, then act like one, you know.
Sebastian knows!
Normally, Sebastian's a nuisance to everyone around him. But this time, I owe him my gratitude. That reaction from Blaze's own son, it reveals the truth more clearly than anything else. Thanks to him, I'm confident that my reasoning is correct. I know who that unidentified piece of evidence belongs to.
I wonder what's wrong with that prosecutor.
Usually, Sebastian's slower to arrive at the truth than anyone else. However, this time he's probably figured it out. His own father is a criminal.
Oh, Sebastian, Sebi. Since he knows the truth, he's in pain, isn't he? If he didn't know the truth, he could have remained blissful in his ignorance.
Kay, we are here in order to pursue the truth. It doesn't matter what path my reasoning takes, the important thing is to arrive at the truth. Once before, when I lost faith in my reasoning, you said that to me and showed me the way. This time, I shall show you the truth. You are innocent.
I also want to know the truth. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me.
Yes, that's the spirit. I need water, Kay.
That's impossible, you know. For all of you. I mean, just where could I possibly have a burn mark? It's nowhere to be found, you see. There's no evidence to prove that I'm the culprit, you know.
That's right. There's no contradiction at all. There's no way there can be a contradiction. Not from my pops.
Sebastian, I understand why you don't want to admit it. However, if you avert your eyes from the truth, you will regret it forever.
Pops, just what should I do?
You what up? Ha! I really wonder why you're such an idiot, you know. Sebastian, if you really want to save me, you'll have to try a little bit harder, you see. Gotta use your head, you know. Honestly, you really are a useless idiot.
No way. But I tried real hard. I tried my best, Pops. I went to the school you told me to go to, reached the top of my class just like you told me to. Just look at this jacket. Only someone who graduates at the top of his class gets to wear it. I did everything you told me to do. That's how I got to be the best at the academy. I even won all those awards, and just so I could be like you, Pops.
That was your graduation papers, bitch. You really are such an idiot, you know. You know those gold stars you got on your tests? I made the teachers give them to you. Every speech and debate contest, all of the judges were my friends. You know, Sebastian, if you weren't even able to notice something like that, you're really not worthy of being called my son, don't you think?
Poor Sebby. Sebby, no!
And Bliss has just been in his chair this whole time, just not moving.
Ah, even my son's disappeared.
Oh my, it's enough to make me cry, you know.
He was trying his best for me, and yet he was totally useless, you know.
You are truly a despicable person. Despicable me. As the chairman of the P.I.C. and as a father.
Even I feel sorry for that foolish prosecutor. Poor Mr. Prosecutor. Plays the best. You. Just what do you think of your own son?
If I had a dime or nickel, whatever it is, if I had a penny for every time that a student of Thomas Academy was actually really fucking stupid and all of their grades were bought for them, I'd have 2 pennies, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
He's just a useless pawn, you see. Whoa now, maybe you should look in the mirror before you criticize me, you know. I mean, even you also used Sebastian to get close to me, didn't you?
I cannot deny that. However, he is not a mere pawn. He always tries to do his very best, even if the results aren't up to par. I've seen just how hard he tries, and yet he refused to even acknowledge it.
Objection! That kid's no good, you see, no matter what he does or is told to do.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the goddess of law, to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaze the Best.
Yes, that was my intention. From the beginning. Yet there was a burn mark on the conductor's face. Then Blaze the Best must be hiding it. What was he wearing during the auction? That is, the key to revealing the truth.
I already know what he was wearing. What do you mean?
Well then, allow me to hear your answer. Please show the piece of evidence that proves the culprit had a burn mark on his face.
What do you mean? Do I have to present it again?
Well, you see, his skin was covered up, so it must have been on his face.
Okay, thank God it's not that, because that would have been fucking idiotic. Was it? I don't... This. Even though I don't think it's this yet. Oh, it is. We proved that it's the wig now? I thought there was one more testimony, and that's where we prove it.
If you would recall Ms. Jensen's testimony, there's still one point that remains unexplained. 2 types of wigs had been prepared, one of which was left unused.
Do you mean the wavy wig? Oh, what are you talking about?
It was something Ms. Jensen found when she switched places with the victim.
What does something like that have to do with a burn?
Inside the costume trunk, Ms. Jensen witnessed 2 wigs. One of them had been used by Ms. Jensen to make her look like the victim. Now then, just what was the other wig used for?
It doesn't seem like it was a spare wig.
There's no need to overthink it. Just compare the attire of the true culprit, the conductor, with that of Blaze the Best.
Don't stare at me like that!
I'm just a little man. Don't you think that's just one spot where there's a huge contradiction? Specifically, around his face.
So that's not a wig at all.
Indeed. It was no wig. Blaze the best. It was your fake beard.
This is a real beard, you know. Don't tease me like that, Edgeworth.
Your son must have realized the truth before anyone else. That's why he was trying so desperately to protect you. You were also worried that he would tell the truth. Isn't that why you drove your son away from here? Because he knew that his father was hiding a burn under his fake beard. Blaze the best. How about you remove that fake beard of yours?
Look at him! Oh, he does have a burn mark. I completely didn't realize it's shaped in his skull, I think.
A burn mark. Prosecutor Edgeworth, justice has been served before the goddess of law. For that, I give you my thanks.
I should be the one thanking you.
Blaze the best, I hereby announce my verdict. You shall be taken into custody for the murder of Jill Crane.
But I'm just a little man. Oh, fuck.
I love Blaze. Oh my god, he's so fucking cool. Obviously, like a bad person. Whenever I say I love a character that's like objectively very evil, I don't actually mean that like they're a good person, obviously, but I love him. Oh my god, he's so cool. I don't know why I saved that, but I did.
Mr. Edgeworth, thank you very much. I'm so happy that you believed in me to the very end.
There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor. No, as a friend. I simply wanted to save you.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, I bring good tidings. It seems that former Chairman DeBest has been safely detained in the detention center. However, the search for the murder weapon, the auction gavel, continues. Blaze DeBest is a shrewd man. There's a good chance that he has already disposed of it. There's also one piece of testimony that concerns me. Blaze DeBest mentioned that the only thing he did not fake were the letters.
What do you mean?
Really? I guess that this just really was doing it in this context, that actually is pretty sweet. Thank you so much for helping with my plan. I'm glad that we can help each other get what we want. It's like killing two birds with one stone. Oh, that part isn't so sweet, but with the memory, I called it the memory notebook. What is it? Not the memory notebook, the promise notebook, the promise book.
First, he found this letter in Jill Crane's clothes. And he also found this letter on Kay, who was unconscious in the storeroom. The contents of the letter seemed to suggest that the two had been corresponding with each other.
Huh. I guess that the revenge was on Blaze, for, no, I don't know. What did it say, 11 years ago? No, that wouldn't be that. Was it about Burn? Something about... I don't know.
Which is why Blaze DeBest assumed that the two were working together.
Ridiculous. That can't be right.
After reading the two letters, he decided to pin the crime on Kay Faraday. In order to cast suspicion on her, he planted one of the letters in a noticeable spot. The deceased Jill Crane's left breast pocket.
Isn't that just an excuse?
Yes, that is what I thought as well. It may have simply been a last-ditch effort to save himself. However, before the stern eyes of the goddess of law, these are all trivial matters. This crime shall certainly not go unpunished. With this, I have finally fulfilled one of my long-standing missions.
Judge Courtney, will you tell me what you know? Why did Blaze DeBest murder Jill Crane? And what lies hidden behind this case?
Yes, I don't mind. You have the right to know everything. Long ago, Jill Crane was in love with a cameraman.
A cameraman?
That man was pursuing the black market auction as a journalist. Is it? And then, before he could reach the truth, he was erased. Is it who I think it is? The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze. Although in the end, she was the one who was murdered instead.
I see. So that's what happened.
Connecting to chat. Wait, I don't have internet. No, I do have internet. It's just this. It's just my computer doesn't have internet. It's just being weird. Alright, it's fine. While the Goddess of Law cannot condone her actions, we have succeeded in her goal of bringing Blaze the best crimes to light.
So, Judge Courtney's goal was to expose Blaze the best. Blaze the coolest.
Huh.
And reveal the dark secrets of the P.I.C.
By the way, what happened to the young prosecutor? We've been unable to contact him for some time now. Sebby, no! Do you have any idea where he might be? I had not been truly working for him, so... I see. I feel very sorry for him. What you should be sorry for is the fact that he was kept in the dark until now. No matter how cruel reality is, he will have to accept it. If he can't, he won't be able to walk his own path in life. Heather, the prosecutor's path?
A father's influence is not something that is easily erased. However, I'm sure he'll be able to change from here on out.
Yes, that's right. Surely you must be right. Will I too be able to walk my own path in life? Yes, Kay, you can. Kay, is your body alright? Yes, thanks to you. I'm so sorry, even though you're my patient. You ended up getting suspected because of me. Ouch. You can't just take care of the patient's body, you gotta take care of the heart too. That's my granny. Kay, how are your memories? I feel like I'm on the verge of remembering something. Well then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial.
That would be the trial for the murder of Horace Knightley. Who's in charge of the defense?
Miss Crane was supposed to be her defense attorney, but now that she has passed away, we're currently arranging for a replacement defense attorney.
Jill Crane had been in charge of Patricia Rowland's defense.
What if Ray becomes the attorney and he just gets her off? He's just like, well, there you have it. Glad I could help. By the way, where's Ray as well? Ray and Gumshoe have just been fucking gone. I'll also have to get in contact with Sebastian quickly, since he's the prosecutor in charge. Well then. Please wait. What about Mr. Edgeworth? What about Mr. Edgeworth's prosecutor's badge? What will happen to his prosecutor's badge? With the chairman's arrest, the P.I.C. is no longer functional. So I cannot answer that question easily. Perhaps one could say, only the Goddess of Law knows. But that's...
You don't need to worry about me. This is the path that I've chosen. The prosecutor's path, where I gave up my badge and now I'm a Yatagarasu badge.
It seems you have no plans to change it either.
Of course not. I chose this path to seek the truth.
With the departure of Blaze the Best, the law has once again returned to our hands. If you truly desire to continue the prosecutor's path... We keep saying it, it's epic! I'm willing to assist you in reclaiming your badge. Do you think when they were translating this, they're like, oh my god, we're gonna put the words prosecutor's badge here so much, it's gonna be so funny.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I must decline. I did not relinquish my badge with half-hearted feelings.
I see. It seems that our paths of law will continue to run counter to each other.
Until our paths cross once again, I shall have you hold on to that badge.
That was my intention from the very beginning.
This truly was our prosecutor's path. Just with that one gif of the, writing in a book with the fire coming off.
However, on occasion, the Goddess of Law is quite generous. Please return this notebook to its proper owner.
There it is. I was thinking, like, Huh, that's kind of weird. Why do we have this as evidence? I could have sworn that we, like, present it to Kay. But, yeah, we get it as evidence now.
Kay's promised notebook.
It seems this was scheduled to be put up for bidding at the black market auction. What? That's awful! The name Kay is written on the notebook. Is that really how it works? If something that you have on you when a crime takes place, if you have something on you, then it's just confiscated? Because that notebook is really nothing to do with the crime, right? So that should not be evidence, right? It's like if I had my fucking... If I had my cane on me, and I was involved in a crime, say that I was, like, the person accused of the crime, and then I get let off. And then it's like, yep, by the way, we have to take your cane. Yeah, no more walking for you. It's a piece of evidence now because you had it on you. See, there was a little bit of blood on the cane, so we have to just take it from you permanently forever. Like that's fucked, right? There's no way that they can just do that. Just steal possessions that they claim are evidence. That's wild. Like, a little girl's promise notebook, she was like 9 or something. It seems Blaze the Best quickly realized this belonged to the girl, since the letter he found also contained the same name.
You speak as if you really did not know about the letters.
Are you saying that Blaze really did not prepare the letters himself? Yes, that man said so himself. Kay Faraday's goal was to steal back the notebook. Jill Crane's goal was to get revenge. In order to achieve their goals, the two teamed up to infiltrate the auction. Or so he says.
Unfortunately, this was all Blaze's misunderstanding. It was purely a coincidence. If the attorney from the P.I.C. and Kay really were acquaintances, it would be strange that she never mentioned it to me, considering her personality.
You really do trust her, don't you? In the end, the notebook was used as another red herring, but it's something that is very important to that girl, isn't it? I'll make a special exception and return it. I'm sure that's what the Goddess of Law desires. The Goddess of Law sure does. I appreciate it. I shall pray that she recovers her lost memories. Connie's so sweet now. I love her. Oh my god. Also, my face has been numb ever since Blaze's breakdown. Is something wrong? Just like my, the left bottom part of my nose to my chin is all just, like, numb. Just that entire side of my face, pretty much. Is something wrong? Which I'm guessing isn't normal, but it's normal for me at this point. I've accepted it.
Kay, I'm returning something very important to you.
Ah! You're a clown, Kay! You're a clown! You're a clown, Kay! This is...
You are a clown, Kay Faraday.
Always greet people with a smile. Even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Oh, look at her!
Look, Daddy, I wrote them all down. Yep, I'll be sure to follow all of our promises and become a hero just like you, Daddy. That's right. There was one more. I forgot to write down the most important promise. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. I'll be sure to remember. I'll never ever forget them.
We don't care. Oh my god. Always try your hardest to learn things you don't understand. That's right. I am... Oh fuck. I am the great thief who steals the truth, Kay Faraday. I'm the second Yatagarasu and Mr. Edger's assistant. Look at her. She's fine again.
Kay, you remember?
It's kind of embarrassing, though. Thank you so much. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Even when I lost my memories, you were still always trying to save me, right?
It seems you're back to normal.
Wow, Kay, you've gotten better. Your health comes first. Now you can relax. Just make sure you don't run off and lose all your memories again.
Oh my god.
Miss Jensen, Dr. Young. Thanks for worrying about me. Hey, if you're feeling all better, how about changing back into your own clothes? I washed your clothes for you. Okay, so they're nice and clean.
These clothes. Wasn't Detective Gumshoe holding onto them?
He said forensics was done with them, so he gave them back to me.
Have they revealed the results of the analysis yet?
To be honest, I actually didn't think to ask about that.
Oh, nice.
No, more importantly, let's hurry up and get your change, Kay. Because you only have one sprite as a changed K, so we need to get you back to normal so we don't have to make any more sprites.
Still, isn't it better if we do not remove her bandages?
She should be fine now. Kay just bumped her head. She didn't really have any other major injuries.
Then why was she so heavily bandaged?
Better safe than sorry. A pound of prevention is worth an ounce of cure. That's my motto.
What a troublesome motto.
Come on, Kay. Let's get you dressed up over there. There we go, now I have all my sprites back. Now, this is definitely what a great thief should look like. The smile certainly suits you best. In the past, and now as well. Franziska Kaz. Miss Von Karma, thank you for coming too. I only came because Scruffy asked me to. That Scruffy, he also wanted to see your energetic self again. Gummy! What happened to Gummy? Who knows? Maybe he was disgusted with the man who willingly threw away his prosecutor's badge.
What? That's rude. Detective Gumshoe.
I must be going soon. I'll be taking these ladies in for questioning. Oh shit. What's gonna happen to the two of them?
Yo, like Bonnie didn't do shit.
Oh, I guess she kind of...
Yeah, she did kind of. But that was 18 years ago. I'm sure that the statute of limitations was run out. It has to have done. The statute of limitations for murder is like 15 years. And then forgery is gonna be like 25. Like, no way. No shot. When aided in the murder of an attorney, he has forged an autopsy report 18 years ago. Those crimes definitely won't disappear. Unless it's past the statute of limitations, in which case it will. Of course, I will mention in court that they were being blackmailed by Blaze. We'll be just fine, as long as Granny's by my side. We're invincible. Well then, take care. Ah, this was so sweet. I love this kiss. This is so cute. The last two kisses have been so fucking cute.
Now then, Kay. Sorry to ask you so soon after you regained your memories, but I have some questions.
Sure, ask me anything you want.
What were you doing on the day you lost your memories?
On that day, I was asked to come to Gourd Lake. I don't know who called me there, though. As I was watching the moon at Gourd Lake, a person in a red raincoat approached me. All of a sudden, he used some kind of drug to knock me out.
What? What is she saying? The place where Kay saw the moon was at Gourd Lake.
When I woke up, it seems I somehow ended up on the roof of the Grand Tower. My mind was still in a daze, so I stumbled around for a bit. That's when I found the person in the red raincoat collapsed. I was startled, and when I stepped back in panic, I fell from a high place and got knocked out cold again. And when I woke up, all my memories were gone. The person in the red raincoat. Who exactly was that person? Oh yeah, I was certain that I saw them walking in midair. Somehow this is all starting to make my head hurt.
What do you mean somehow? That's a pretty weird thing to see. Please, calm down. You're just a little confused.
I thought I was gonna say,
You're just a little man, just a little dude. You're just a little confused because you've only recently gotten your memories back. Most likely, this is the main cause of your confused memories.
the memories of two places. Your name on the notebook.
You don't remember your name.
You fell in a hole. Well, that would technically be a confusion of memories.
This is probably the main cause of your confused memories. You saw the moon at both the Gourd Lake Park and the Grand Tower rooftop, which led you to confuse the two places.
Huh? But aren't they totally different places? Even if I was in a daze, do you really think I'd get them confused?
Most likely, there was something at the Grand Tower which led to your confusion.
A tree. Oh, she did say that she was under the tree.
The Grand Tower rooftop and Gourd Lake have 2 points in common. They both have a cherry tree and a food stall.
Do they have a cherry tree? Oh, we might have seen that in the image that was just shown with Care. Ah, now that you mention it.
Your memories were confused because you had been in 2 similar locations. The person that you first saw could not have been walking in midair. They were simply walking on the ground at Gourd Lake Park. You must have gotten that scene confused with the Grand Tower rooftop.
Oh yeah, maybe they were just behind the food stall, but because there was another food stall, she was like,
Oh heck, must have been midair. So that's what happened. How dare they steal the memories of a great thief? They'll pay for this.
Nevertheless, I wonder who the person that assaulted Kay was.
Alright, so I was right. The person that I thought is not the same person. That was Jill.
The person in the red raincoat who appeared at Gold Lake.
Why is Lotta still here? Yo, what up?
What's that noise?
It sounds like it's coming from the storeroom. Mr. Edgeworth, let's go check it out.
Oh, what's this? My shutterbug sense is tingling. I smell me another scoop.
You're still here?
Why are you being really loud? Oh, the receiver.
The radio transceiver.
Mr. Edgeworth, this walkie-talkie thing here is what's beeping.
This transceiver.
I did think it was to kill us, but I wasn't... Is this the same one?
Why do I feel like I've seen it somewhere before?
It's still beeping, Mr. Edgeworth. Whoopsie.
I'm not particularly familiar with this sort of device. I don't know how it works.
Come on, we have to answer it. Here goes. Hello? Edgeworth speaking.
Kay, please don't just answer it on your own.
I am speaking with Mr. Miles Edgeworth, I presume.
This voice is...
Wait, no.
I'm speaking... I thought that it was the other person, the person who has the voice modulator on, but no, it's me, because it is my walkie-talkie. Shelley the Killer! I congratulate you on resolving the case. However, can you truly say that in good conscience that it has been solved? Are you aware of the mastermind who is pulling the strings behind this incident? Why do you know about the incident? That's not important right now, wouldn't you agree? Right now, we are discussing the mastermind behind this case. I've had an inkling that such a person existed, even before you said anything. After all, there was evidence to suggest that someone had used Kay to disrupt the investigation.
Huh? There was? So who's the mastermind?
Oh, well, we can't answer that now. We don't have enough fucking clues, Kay. I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Would you kindly show me the evidence that indicates the existence of a mastermind? Wrong thing.
Take that!
Was it this? It was the letter that Kay allegedly sent to the victim.
Come to think of it, we could have just asked her if she sent it actually, now that I think about it, she regained her memories. Come to think of it, I don't remember writing that letter at all.
Who could have prepared this letter? I too am quite curious to know. So, you're not the one who wrote the letter? What could I possibly gain from doing such an act? Is it not necessary for you to stand in court in order to make the truth clear? What can you possibly do now that your badge has been taken from you? I look forward to finding out from the shadows. This man, how does he know that? Do we have an understanding? Please ensure you do not betray my trust. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Click.
Damn, even said click out loud. He said the case wasn't solved yet. What did he mean by that? And why would Mr. the Killer even bother telling us that? Nothing makes sense anymore.
This case has not reached its true conclusion yet. Boring. However, although I've lost my prosecutor's badge, who I am still has not changed. While I don't know where this may lead me, I shall reveal the truth. I swear it. The end. Da 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 da. Do the song. Ba da 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 da.
And the next stream we're going to be doing the Grand Turnabout. Oh, I'm really looking forward to that. Phenomenal case from what I remember and from what I've heard. I'm really looking forward to it. Oh, it's Sebby! Look at little Sebby, he's so lovely. So, that is going to do for today. Line Coldly, come on. Alright, so that is going to do for today. I'm so cold. There's like a chill. I think it's from my window. I think it's cracked open slightly, but there's nothing I can really do about it. So I've just been chilly this whole stream. I'm still scared of if there's a spider on the ground. I have my legs up. So I'm gonna be going back downstairs on the couch, but then I think, yeah, tomorrow I can also stream. So we'll be streaming the next part of, we'll be streaming the beginning of the Grand Turnabout tomorrow. I don't know if it'll be 2 or maybe 3 parts. I don't know, probably 2 and maybe 3. We'll see. It just depends on when I think it would be a suitable end. But yeah, that is going to do for today. I really had a wonderful time. It was a lot of fun having a stream. It was an absolute banger, right? This case was adorable. I fucking loved it. And I really love Blaze. I think I love people who have voices that I enjoy doing for the most part. Obviously certain people like Kochi. I feel like Kochi's voice was like kind of fun to do, but also he was a fucking creep and I didn't like him. Like, there's an extent. If they're like a pedo, then even if they have a fun voice, I don't like them. Like Oldbag as well. I love doing her voice, but kind of weird. I don't like her. But yeah, I feel like that's why I like Blaze, is because I just really love doing his voice, even though he's like objectively a terrible person. But yeah, I really enjoyed this case. It was absolutely wonderful. So yeah, that's going to do for today. I hope that everyone had a fantastic time watching, and I will see you all another time. Bye bye bye!